have to make me a racing or I forgot what predict me as a racing because I won't be.
Whatever anyway, I got fed up the last 2 weeks.
Thank you very much.
Confidence then, confidence.
I think confidence one car.
Gap on this track. Look at KLF last night, first race.
Yeah. Well, that's a shit show. Hey, dragged it back, Mush.
Well, second place. Give it that. Yeah, when you get it,
what's up? You alright?
Party's lagging like mad.
That's that all synced up. That's that all ready to go. Right, I'm going in the other party. Best of luck to Dan and everybody else who's racing and participating. Right. Kelly?
Hang on, before you go. So same as last time, yeah? I'll do my intro, and then you'll be listening, and then I'll say, let's have a look at the track guide. Yeah. Do that. Then you'll put the graphic on the screen. We'll do that. Then I'll do the championship standings, yes?
Yes.
Excellent. I'll see you on the podium.
Good luck. See you later, boys. See you in the park now.
He's already gone, mate.
He's gone.
I'm going to go enjoy a little each.
Righto, mate. Best of luck.
Good luck.
Do you want me to start that other party so you're in it?
The comms party? Shouldn't I not be in it anyway?
Yes.
Should I not?
You need to go and load it up. You need to leave this party, then... No, I'll just do it that way. Just leave this party, you two, and then join when I join the party. You ready?
Right you are. Good luck, the rest of you.
Cheers.
Hang on. I'm in the comm box. Hello.
Hello.
All right.
Yeah.
Confident for tonight?
No.
Oh. You're looking quick.
On my ass. Yeah, that's just quality. Overtake it. I know Matt's listening. I don't know if he's got pace, but I'm just going to try and stay on track. I don't care what happens. We'll see what happens anyway.
Just roll with the punches, boy.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Where's my teammate there?
Where is your teammate? That's a good point. Hardly anybody in yet, to be honest.
I've only just started it.
Right.
Is he on holiday?
Who?
Who?
Craig. He's just posted a photo. Just posted a photo of him and his missus in some fancy field.
Brothel.
23 hours ago.
Dunno, man. Keep control of your teammate.
Well, ask where he is.
If he turns up, he turns up. If he doesn't, he doesn't. I don't care.
There's a lot of not caring going on.
Well, I genuinely just don't, not bothered.
Doesn't really make any odds to anything, does it?
No. It's only a game.
It's only a game. There's
That's
a
not
good
the
point.
spirit, eh? It's not the spirit. 3 times
Well, it
chat.
is. No, like,
Mate,
I'll
if I was
give it.
as good as you, I'd just be laughing every time I raced now and I could beat everyone.
It's a problem. The better you are, the worse it gets, Smithy.
Oh yeah, I don't have that problem. I can't beat you fuck all.
Yeah. I don't know if it's worse to be at the bottom, the top, or in the middle. Not that I've been at the
true.
not that I've been at the top ever, but you know what I mean.
Being top dog. Imagine being top dog.
Nah, fuck that, man. Target on your back all the time, innit?
Yeah, but knowing they can't catch you or beat you.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But-
boys. I'm shooting off. I shall catch you all later.
Right on. Good luck, Dan.
Cheers. See ya.
See ya. Oh, just you and me, Smithy.
Yep.
How you feeling today?
Oh, yeah, I'm not bad actually. Everyone else got cold in the house, but
But you're alright. How was your race last night?
I had to leave halfway through second race because the boy was screaming his head off upstairs. I pulled over on the side. But I had an awful race. First race I weren't concentrating and went into Welshie on the second corner.
Up a day.
And I put it in against myself because that was awful driving. And then, to be honest, the second race, I can't remember if I think, is that the one in klf?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he messed he went off track and I went to avoid him and spun and hit the wall.
Yeah. He messed up my first race. He spun me round in the fourth or fifth corner. He spun me round.
Yeah, it's just annoying because he messed my race up and then he quit. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, he's not taking it seriously, is he?
No,
not at all.
That's that, I suppose. And then I had a couple of come-togethers with Dean, and then he left after he clipped me, or I clipped him, and then I had one with Bryn, and then just a terrible race, really. Not great, but everyone's pace is so much quicker this year.
It's seeming so, isn't it? I mean, I was expecting to be quicker than I am. Do you know what I mean? I was expecting to be quick in the group, not as many people. Not as many people quicker than I am. Do you know what I mean? So
everyone's quite close this year.
Yeah, it's been a surprise for sure. I mean, I had to really work at it. You know, I cocked it right up to start with. I jump start to start with, and then Keegs knocked me round. So you know, that was race one. I mean, I dragged it back to 6, but as I said, I had to work at it.
Right,
I had to work at it, and I mean, I'm, you know, back in third in the championship, and only 3 points behind my teammate. But like, Max is like 40 points ahead already. Do you know what I mean? You know, and it's like, it's definitely been Pro-Am is definitely harder than it was the last time I was here. You know?
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. I should have done a bit of practicing really for the track we've just done, but I didn't do any. It's not so bad if you know the track and you know the corners. Like next week, that's quite a track that we've done a few times, so I quite know where the corners are before I come up to it. But last night's track, I couldn't even vaguely remember what it was like. Right. Which doesn't help, I don't think.
No, it's not the best. No, I mean, I know Catalonia quite well anyway, but I did have a chance to practice, so you know, practice. Sometimes you can over practice, I reckon. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, without a doubt. But I don't know, struggling with the core. It's not stable. It's slippery for some reason. I don't get why. It's normally one of the most stable cars to drive.
Yeah.
But I've been finding it very slippery on the back end.
I've never driven it, never even taken it out, so I don't know. But it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be the kiddie, isn't it?
But I mean, Dean and Liam seemed to make it work. Kieran didn't do too bad in it last night, but I think he's hoping he was a bit higher up than what he has been, coming down from pro. But I think he's finding it just as hard as what you are. Yeah,
absolutely. Definitely. You know, I mean, to be fair, Rabbit Joe's been in pro before. Argent, Liam. You know, they've all come, but Max has had a little spell in pro. You know, so but I mean, we got more tracks that suit me coming up. So things like Bathurst. I mean, I'm quite good round there, and Laguna, I'm quite good round there. So hopefully it will be. So you know, hey, some race wins would be nice.
Well, like you say, we had Shane last night. That was a good race.
Good drive. Yeah, it was a good drive from him, definitely. I couldn't catch him.
You could see from him being able to qualify second race, he was going to win that from the start, to be fair.
Yeah.
He should have done anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, I was too busy fighting with Max, and you know, by the end of the race, just losing time hand over fist. I think we were in the 1 minute 50s, you know, going round in the last few laps. So I was trying to make my Porsche as wide as possible.
Here we go.
Right, same as we did last time, Smithy.
Yes, boss. Live when the garages come up, and then you do your bit.
Yeah, and I'll introduce you, then we'll do the track guide, blah 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 blah. Week number 3, and we've already visited 2 tracks in 2 countries over 2 continents. We promised you the season of seasons, season 7 being the most competitive ever. What complete rubbish were we talking? There's one man who's dominated, taken every single point available. Can he continue that run? We'll see tonight as we go to Spain. Welcome to Simplay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome along. I hope you're in good spirits this evening. My name's Kelly Davis, and I will be your commentator. Alongside me is my good friend and competitor. Some say that when he drives in the wet, it looks like the Matrix. All we know is he's called the Smithy. Welcome along, Smithy.
Evening, Kelly. How are we?
I'm good, man. Yeah, I'm good. It's warm here, isn't it, in Spain?
It is warm. It's lovely over here. A bit dark, but it's warm.
Absolutely. Don't like getting up at this early hour. Mine, it's a bit early for my liking. I only thought there was one 6 o'clock in a day. So we are here in Spain, and we did Pro-Am last night. Those of you who didn't get a chance to watch it, go back and watch it some other time. But we're here in Spain for rounds 5 and 6. At the moment, Overtaker's had it all his own way. We will get into that in a minute. But looking forward to a good night's racing tonight, aren't you, Smithy?
I am looking forward to tonight. I'm hoping it's going to be a bit more than an Overtaker win. Yes, let's hope so. And this track can be a bit of a leveller. So I'll tell you what we'll do. By the magic of Simplay TV, we're going to cut now to a track guide like we've done the last couple of weeks, which have been expertly done by Unorthodox, or Dan as he's known, and we'll swap to that. We'll jump to that right about now.
Unorthodox with a fantastic track guide. I love those track guides. He's so good at that. He makes it look fantastic. So we are here at Catalonia in Spain. Viva la España and all that. Did you enjoy the track last night, Smithy?
I enjoyed the track. I'm not so much sure the car enjoyed the track, or I would be driving the car.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's the one that that Formula One favour for testing here at Catalonia, because the verdict is that it has a bit of everything. It has high speed, slow speeds, and all the kind of bits and pieces that it needs. Obviously, it's a FIA Grade 1, as you can see on your screen at the moment. 16 turns, is clockwise, 2.9 miles, elevation change of 26.8 metres. As I said, Barcelona is the favoured track for Formula One. There's been a change to the track layout currently. It's not the track that we're racing this evening. The hairpin has been remodelled for superbikes and the MotoGP, because their revenue is more important than Formula One, which is quite interesting. So they remodelled the corner right at the last hairpin, and I'll point it out to you when we see someone there. And but that we're not on that configuration, we're on the old one. So as I say, we're pointing that out in further detail. Okay, before we get into trying to talk French and stuff like that, we need to talk about the positions, the standings, Smithy.
Yep.
Absolutely. So,
Set us off.
yeah, I've got it all in front of me by the power of technology, and hopefully there'll be another brilliant graphic come up in front of you any second now. So, Overtaker is leading the way, 106 points. He hasn't dropped a single point yet, Smithy. Not one.
That's impressive.
It is impressive. I don't think it's ever been done before in Simplay. So he leads the way in first place with 106 points. Your 3 times champion Unorthodox for Love Island Bombshells is in second place. He is 43 points behind now. 43 after 4 rounds. That's crazy. In third place is Gary. Gary 131, Jaeger Motorsport. He's on 51 points. Matt comes in fourth at the moment with 47 points. And Plava in the Ferrari, 46 points. Fury in the Merc, Teletubbies Motorsport, 44 points. Little Leach in P7 and with 36 points in his Audi. Richie, the Underfrog, is in the Mercedes and got 33 points. Peaceful Explosion, Simplay Racing, is 26 points. In P10 is my old teammate. No, sorry, it isn't. Big Boy Brazier. That'll be the man. And his proper Cornish pasties. Not really. At 24 points. JM Grill, Speedy Frog, is 21 points in P11. P12 is my old teammate Sooty Apex. Simplay Racing in the Ferrari, 19 points. D Biggs, proper capacity Ginster's rubbish, with 12 points. Smoky Devil with 11 in P14. P15 is Holty with 7 points, and bringing up the rear Disco McDisco Face in his Lamborghini with 1 single solitary point at the moment. So that's how the drivers looks. The constructors is like this. Over McDisco Face Racing in the Lamborghini, 107 points. Love Island Bombshells only 8 away with 99 points in second place. Jaeger Motorsport only 1 point behind the Love Island Bombshells in P3. Smoking Hot Racing jumps back a little bit with 57 points, 50 points off the lead. Speedy Frogs in the Mercedes-Benz, 54 points in P5. P6 is Telestubby Motorsport with 51 points. P7 is Simplay Racing with 45 points. And Ginsters are not proper pasties, are in P8 with 36 points. And Brave.
How's your French coming on then, Kelly?
How's me what, sorry?
How's your French coming on?
How's my French? Oui, je t'aime, Smithy. Let's not start with the wee again, shall we? Any of those? Did you hear those Muppets last night? Did you hear them?
No, I didn't hear them, no.
No, they, just to give you an idea, it was smoky all over the place. Just to give you an idea, the interviews midway, my teammate, Monkey Boy, told Matt and Dan about how he raced to the finish as quick as he possibly could because he needed a wee. Yeah, right. It was mentioned about the big book of excuses that, of course, everyone's got a big book of excuses, and I've got the biggest. From then on in, halfway through race 2, Matt and Dan couldn't leave it alone. There was just jokes about dribbling and it was just not pleasant. It was just not pleasant. So let's not start the wee tonight, shall we? Because I think they were just taking a mick.
Get that one in early. Get that one in early.
We're done with that now. We're done with that for sure. We're got 7 minutes left. Let's just say hi to everyone in the chat. Where should we start? PN Motorsport, good evening. Disco McDisco Frace, Mummy D, Audio Sport are fantastic sponsors. That was actually me. Who else is there? Smithy, you've mentioned. Peaceful Stepdad, good evening. And that's about it so far. If you're watching,
20 watches, 11 likes.
Absolutely. That's rubbish, isn't it? If you're watching, press the like button. Let me do that. There you go. I've just done mine. Thumbs up, like and subscribe and all that nonsense. And so 20 people watching. Come on, let's hear from you. Let's.
We ain't that bad, are we? Surely.
No, surely not. Let's just, kind of say hello and let us know you're there. And PN, you're quite right. Ginsters are not nice. They are unpleasant. But anyway, let's have a look, Smithy. Sorry, go on.
It's no different to the top spot at the moment in practice.
Absolutely. Now, there's only 2 men I've seen in the 43s, and they're right there now.
Yep,
and that's
up there.
They're right up there. Overtaker's the quickest at the moment with a 43.5. Dan just behind him with a 43.9. Just got to give a nod to Shane last night, haven't we?
Great drive, second race.
Yeah, great drive, second race. His debut win at Simplay. He qualified in the 44s. So, I mean, look at the 44s. That occupies from third. He would have been within the top 8. Faster than Fury, faster than Disco, faster than Sutty. He would be right up there with those guys on a 44. So we've got to give a nod to Shane. That was an epic drive. Couldn't get anywhere near him last night. Or not in the second race anyway.
No, I'll agree with you on that one. I couldn't get anywhere near in both races, but that was great pace for a pro-am driver.
Yep, and Richie with an interesting line across the... it was a little bit, wasn't it? Interesting line across the chicane from the Underfrog. And,
he seems to have living up to his reputation a bit more now. He's up there in 4th.
Yes, absolutely. He's a highly rated driver, and if you've been watching us all season, we were bigging him up at the beginning. He didn't have the greatest of starts to the season, but he's finding his feet now, Smithy, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
Absolutely.
He's looking to be more settled in that Merc.
Yes, I think he's getting there. So, hopefully.
Tonight. He was missing last week, wasn't he?
Who's that, Sutty?
Yeah.
Yeah, good old Sutty. Good old Sutty. Yeah, good old Sutty lightweight. He's back, and I don't know what he's driving. Is he on the pad? He looks a little pad-like. Yeah, it looks a little pad-like, doesn't it? The way the kind of...
we all want the same pad as Overtaker.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Mind you, somebody else has took top spot.
Yeah.
It's in the practice.
This is only practice at the moment, but Dan does go just 6/100ths faster.
Let him know he's still there, still got a bit of pace.
Absolutely. I think Overtaker might have his hands full tonight, and I'm hoping that we have the kind of race that that keeps us on the edge of the seat, really.
I hope so.
I do too. Just going back to the chat, that's PN, you're absolutely right. True Cornish pasties are made in Cornwall, and some of the best Cornish pasty, or the best Cornish pasty I ever had, was homemade by by who?
Greg's.
Who? No way, man. We're talking about proper Cornish pasties here. Was the person who had the best Cornish pasty I ever tasted was Daniel's great grandmother. She used to make fantastic pasties, absolutely awesome.
Them, Dave.
Oh yeah, and she used to make them for the whole family every Thursday. Make about 20 of these things, and they were absolutely stunning.
You'll be bringing some to Donny next year, won't you?
I'll be what? Sorry. Bringing
some to Donington next year.
I won't be bringing any of hers because she sadly passed away quite some time ago. I did. We brought some the other Yeah, the last, not the last race, the one before that, we brought a whole load of pasties up, proper Cornish pasties, and then just Matt went on about Ginsters all weekend long, like he does, you know. But anyway, none of that has got anything to do with the racing this evening, has it?
Well, it could do, depending on how the racing goes.
What? If it's dull tonight, we'll just sit back and eat a pasty. And talk French.
Yeah, talk French and eat a pasty.
Talk French and eat a pasty. Little Leach is here. Dan was worried if he was going to turn up. He's hiding in the trees by looks of it. Oh no, there he is. He was hiding in the trees. There's another week where I think the cameramen are a bit wayward.
Yeah, it's a funny one, this one, like last week's track with the cameraman.
Yeah, I think they're all off having a siesta. And Little Leach is back off to Kota by the looks of it.
Yeah,
the line he was taking there. So I think some of the cameraman have a bit of a... Oh, and there he goes. There he goes.
He's making us feel sick. I can't watch him anymore.
Yeah, honestly, isn't it? It's like a roller coaster. Keeping it a straight line, lad. So, where's he gone now, then? Are we back on Little Leach?
No, we should be on...
I got Little... It's going to be... We're looking at the trees. It's going to be one of those, Smithy. I don't know if you've ever experienced it yet. Sometimes on project cars, the race director just keeps going back to one particular car. However much you select other ones, it keeps going back to it. Yeah, that's probably what it's doing. So I would.
When I was on Little Leach, obviously, and clicked him, that obviously went to a tree because that's where he normally is.
Well, let's leave that there. He's obviously a keen lover of nature. Or a flasher. One of the two. Anyway, moving on. If you're new to Simplay, your first time watching either live or if you're watching us as a replay on YouTube, then welcome along. The format is like this. It's a 20-minute practice session that we're just coming to the tail end of now. We will then be having a 10-minute qualifying, followed by a race of 18 laps, which is about 30 minutes, and then we do it all over again with another 10-minute qualifying and another race. There is a mandatory pit stop. The pit window this evening, Smithy, is 9 to 11. 4 to 11. What am I talking about?
That's a short old gap.
that would put them on their toes, wouldn't it? Sorry, it's lap 4 to lap 11 this evening. They must make their pit stop within that bracket. If they don't, they've got to make it twice. So, for example, if there's a collision and you get damage on your car and you need to go into the pits to repair it, and you do that before lap 4, then you have to pit again, or you will get a penalty. Does that all sound?
It's not one of the. It's one of the shorter of the pit lanes here, isn't it? I didn't feel that long last night.
I tell you what's the problem with it is the pit limiter comes up quite quickly.
Straight, yeah, it is quick.
Yeah, I think you'll find in the Formula 1 track or the track for real that the line comes up a little bit later. So yes, it is an easy in and an easy out. But I think the pit limiter line comes up quite quickly, so you're on the limiter for quite some time. And if you don't abide by the limiter, you'll get a penalty, like I did last night.
Well, just as we thought, Dan might taking it tonight.
How close were we to the 42s there? Look, will we see a 42 in qualifying? Who knows?
43s. Big boy Braze has pulled it into the 43s.
Yes, he has.
A nice solid night tonight.
Absolutely, he could well do if things go to plan. And as I say, he's only the third man that I've seen make it into the 43, so he could well be a contender. Guys just finishing off their laps, as kind of normal. If you have started a lap before the checkered flag, then you get to finish that lap, and it is... look at all. Everyone's saying, what's going on in the trees tonight?
Qualifying bands tonight? I don't know. It's the camera. It keeps going back to Little Luke for some reason.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Have we got any quali bands tonight?
I don't think we have.
I think Disco's got a quali band. Has he not?
Oh, he might have. Yeah, he might have. You're right. I didn't.
I believe he's the only one tonight. I believe.
You might well be right, my friend. And so there you are. Do you want me to run through them, Smithy, or would you like
to? Go for it. Knock yourself out.
Okay, good. So practice session, this doesn't count for anything, but you've got Overtaker as the quickest man. There's a surprise with a 43.2. That's so temptingly close to a 42. Unorthodox Dan is in second, and it was Big Boy Brazier was in third in the practice session only. Right, 10 minutes. We're 5 seconds in already. This time clocks down really quickly. The guys, who's going out first?
He is out first again. This bloke, how did he get out first? How do you get out first? How do
you got to be ready. You got to be quick. And I got out first like yesterday.
I always find I have to reset me.
Yeah, your strategy. Your setup. Yeah, you're quite right. But you got to move quickly. Put your sort your setup out and go.
That's the age thing again, isn't it? You got to do more than one. You got to think, press.
Absolutely. And who's that behind in the yellow Ferrari? Is that
yellow? That will be.
They got no lights on in my. They got no lights on my screen. What's yours? They got them on?
No, they haven't got them on mine either. It's not Richie. Richie's teammate JM Grill.
No, they're both in Mercs, aren't they?
Must be N Plava.
Yeah, N Plava with no lights on our screen. Doesn't mean he hasn't not got them on.
Going back the little leak.
I know. He's going to do it all night. You see. He's got rear lights on, but by the looks of it,
turn your lights on.
By the looks of it, it looks damaged. That might be a glitch, because he's not going to go out and have had damage already. He came out of the pits like that. So, got Holty's already got himself a penalty. Look. Yeah. That'll be speeding in the pit lane as he's just coming out of the pit lane, and look, Smithy's remembering all the bits and pieces now. Yeah. And you can bring the table up as well, right to the. Yeah, we go. Look, one grid place for Holty. You have to switch it off again to get back.
There was a couple of them last night in the first race.
Yeah. Me, I was one of them. Me and Welshie, I think it was. Yeah. Disco in the chat saying yes, I am. So I'm presuming that yes, he has a ban. Yeah, reading back up through.
It's not a bad thing to start from the back on this track.
It's not the end of the world. It's really not the end of the world.
Especially in the Lambo.
Absolutely. So we'll see how the Lambo goes round here. As I say, this track's a bit of a leveler. That's why Formula One tend to use it for testing, because it's got all the elements of everything apparently. So.
Who's in front of Overtaker then? This might slow him down for his lap. There's somebody in front of him.
Who got out before him, or someone passed him?
Somebody got out last. Or passed him.
Smokey, that is.
No, not Smokey, is it?
I think it is. The cameras. We apologise. Don't think for 1 minute that Smithy's doing a bad job.
I haven't been drinking, I promise.
No, he hasn't been drinking. Well, not in the last 10 minutes, anyway. And don't think he's doing a bad job, because he's not. It's just the way that these things work. It's all Smithy can do is select the camera that he wants. The game controls how we see them. So we could be all over the place tonight. So we apologise that it's not our fault.
Fuel strategy again. He likes a fuel.
Yeah,
fuel.
He does. He's got a proper qualifying setup, hasn't he? And look at this lot.
Smokey's going to hold him up, I reckon.
It's and Dan's right up behind him. If they're on their first runs, these are going to be compromised, And Smokey pulls out of the way.
Well done, Smokey.
Is Dan going to be compromised on his run by being so close behind Overtaker? Oh, Overtaker's gone round.
You won't be happy with that.
No, absolutely not.
Dan's in the pits as well.
Did Dan tap him, maybe? Surely
Possibly. Not. Right, Fury's the first one to set a lap.
Yeah, and that's not... here we go, Emplava with a 44.6. Fury's lap is probably... He started... His pit garage is probably before the line, and it was his out lap or something. That wasn't representative from Fury. We're starting to get some times now. So Matt bangs in a 47. Little Leach with a 49. I think them all being in traffic, it's not doing them any good.
Big Boy Brazier's took top spot, 144, and he's pitted.
He has. He's on a low fuel run. They might be doing just the one run, and then go back out again. Who is?
Gary's just set a 154 and down in 9th. Richie Rich is in 3rd with a 144. Peaceful's up there in 2nd with a 144.
Yeah, nice run from Peaceful.
He's crossed the line. 146.
46.6, yeah, that's got to do better than that. So, haven't set a time yet is Overtaker hasn't set one, and nor has Dan, and nor has Smokey. Well, Smokey was out last, so he's on his run now.
Will traffic cause a problem for Dan and Overtaker as a thing? Whereabouts are they on track? Dan's got a bit of a clear.
Yeah, he's on his out lap.
Overtaker's in trees.
Yeah, Little Leach. We're back on Little Leach again in the trees. What's that cameraman doing? What is he looking for?
I reckon he's got some bird in there. I reckon.
Yeah. Be like Autumn Park, wouldn't it? Knickerbrook Corner. We're not going to Autumn Park, so I can't tell that story this year. And again, we jumped to Little Leach. Isn't that annoying?
You're not wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. I've had nights like this, mate. I've had nights like this. Don't worry. Overtaker trying to warm his tyres as well. Both him and Dan. Oh, where's he going? He's now that. I don't know why he's going out there, but that is the MotoGP line that he went round there that I was talking about. He shouldn't have been out there, but he took it anyway. But I suppose he's just warming his tyres, so you know.
Richie's up in 2nd. Rich crossing the line. Fury 3rd.
Yep. So the two big hitters haven't set a time yet, but so we've got Big Boy Brazier is still your fastest man with a 44 zeros. Little Leach goes wide. We're going to have a lot of Little Leach coverage tonight, and although we're showing Matahimovic, we're actually looking at Little Leach. Excuse me.
Holty will be a bit disappointed getting a grid penalty when he's qualified up to 6th.
Yeah, having a good run as well. He will be. I mean, it's only one grid place, but they all count, I suppose. Where's Dan? Dan goes over the line in a 2:03. That would have been an out lap. Overtaker 2:08. That would have been an out lap. They're probably on their hot laps now. As we cut to Dan, and he's coming along the back straight down to the hairpin. As I said, this is a remodelled corner for Formula One, but not for what we're doing. So it's a tight hairpin corner almost. This corner here, it takes a lot of curb. We saw Max Mulder nearly roll it there last night on that curb, taking a lot of curb. We drop into the Mickey Mouse section, as we call it, although I'm beginning to like it more and more, this section. Selection of chicanes through there, out the last corner. Don't touch the curb on the inside, it'll spin you around. Make sure you don't run out too wide. Nail it all the way down the straight. Maximum traction off that corner to get a good run down the straight. What's it going to do for him? Puts him in top spot.
Well done.
Overtaker.
Not having a great one by the look of it.
No, hops over that curb, a little bit scruffy on that curb, and doesn't mean it's not quick, to be fair. He comes up to the last sector, the fast right into a left-right chicane. It's very tight and takes a lot of curb on both of them. Sandwiches the sausage curb, goes round the last corner, and now the power down the straight. What's he going to be able to do with this? Is he going to challenge Dan? We will see as he crosses the line, goes second, 43.7. Could Daniel actually take a point off Overtaker? That would be a start, wouldn't it?
I don't reckon he had enough fuel to do another lap Overtaker. I'll be surprised if he did.
If we pop back on him, well, hang on, no, stay there. Oh, go on. Yeah, 2.3. He's going to struggle. Big Boy Brazier comes across the line. What's he got? Has he got anything extra in the tank? No, he doesn't improve. 0.3 off. So we're into the last minute. It's the sharp end. Here comes the underfrog of Richie 95. He's diving in the pits. He's going to be done. He's going to get out and get another run from there. Little Leach, we haven't seen him for ages. Fury in 5th position at the moment in that Mercedes. 1.2 off the lead here. Is he going to improve with this lap? We'll see.
I think he's down in 15th.
Yeah. Yeah, not good. Well, what's he playing at? What is he playing at? So we'll see what happens there. Hello in the chat to Fury's granddad. The Fury Massive are here and in force. Benny, good evening. Hot Tinder. Oh, no, that's probably not the one we want to look at. Max Mulder, hi. Good race last night, Max. Good to see you on the on the chat. Welcome along. I had a cracking race with him last night, and look at that Fury with a lot of curb as well. They're chewing up these curbs, these boys are.
They're lucky they're not spinning.
Yeah, it's all a bit scruffy if you ask me. I'm sure they could go. Sure they could do better. Dan's in the pit, so Dan is done. He's not going to get another run at it. That's Fury done and over the line. Who's this? Was that Overtaker? It was. So
He's in the pit.
He's pitted, so that's it. So finally, there's a break in the perfect score for Overtaker. He loses the point for qualifying. So Dan is going to be your pole man unless Jamie can go faster. Little Leach is bird watching again.
Right,
and so's
nice.
Matt. Matt's obviously. This could be great, this, isn't it? All the action is going to be in the trees. Dear, oh dear. Right, so who have we got left still on track? Jamie's still out there, Matt's still out there, Peaceful's still out there, Holty, Gary's improved to 11th, Sutty's up to 12th. Sutty's done. 12th place for Sutty. Not great for him. Smoky Devil, where's he at the moment? 15th at the moment. Can he improve? Takes a lot of curb in there. Easy to put it up on two wheels there. Again, a lot of curb. Sausage curb again. What are you boys doing? Pro-Am look better than this. And he comes round the final corner, nails it down the straight. Ferrari's quick in a straight line. Will he improve on his 9th place? No, bails on it. So he'll start. He's 9th, but he will start 10th with his penalty. So Matt comes across the line. Can he improve on 6th place? Yes, he can. He jumps in front of Fury. Goes 5th.
There you have it.
Yep. So Unorthodox breaks the run of Overtaker and takes that championship point for for pole position with a 1:43.3 is in first. Second place Overtaker, third. Big Boy Brazier, Richie in fourth. Good effort. Matt in fifth. Fury in sixth. Peaceful 7th. And Plovers 8th. Holty's 9th. Little Leach is 10th. And 11th is Sutty. D Biggs is 13th. JM Grill is 14th. 15th is Smoking Disco in 16th. Where's Gary? 11th.
11th. Yep.
11th.
Sutty's 12th.
Sutty's 12th. Thank you. Fury's granddad. I'm eating a Ginster's pasty. Excuse me. Oh, it's okay. I'm back. So, 18 laps. Predictions. Let's have it. What you got? Remember, the commentator's curse is real.
I'm going Big Boy Brazier.
Overtaker for me. Right, that's their race is ruined.
Done job.
Job done. Excellent. Still only 11 likes, 24 people watching. Hit the like button, like and subscribe to the channel. Do all that kind of nonsense and stuff that Matt likes. And we're about to go racing. If you haven't said hello in the chat, please do. Even a hello. You don't have to be witty. Don't have to say anything substantial. Just a hi will be fine. As
so you're saying Overtaker.
I'm not. The one I want to win and the one I'm hoping wins is I'm not going to mention it because the commentator's curse is real and he never votes for me anymore because he thinks I've told him not to, so I'm not voting for him.
Undertaker should get a better start if he's unpad.
He should do, yeah.
Gears, yeah. If he's automatic.
Auto gears. Yeah, Dan, I don't think Dan's as confident as getting this Audi off the line. We're about to find out, that's for certain sure. Flash the lights, and we're ready. We're syncing up. The revs rise, the lights start. 2 lights, 3 lights. And it's green and it's go. Dan's got a cracking start, actually, initial start. But Overtaker, yeah, he has. He's got in front of him, and that's what he needs to do. So Dan leads from Overtaker as they come down. But look at that Lamborghini power as it pulls up beside Dan as they hit the braking zone. And goes round the outside. Dan's gives him plenty of space, to be fair. I would have run him right out there, to be fair. We're all through cleanly by the looks of things. Oh, we're not. There's a car spinning in the background. Who was that? I don't know if it was Richie. Was it
JM Grill?
JM Grill, was it? JM Grill. Little Leach, we're going to see a lot of him tonight, and he's in 5th place with a cracking start, to be fair. Big Boy Brazier's gone. No, he hasn't. He's still in 3rd place at the moment. So, as they started, Unorthodox in 1, Overtaker 2, Big Boy Brazier's in 3. Matt's up in position and into 4th with Little Leach right behind him. So he went backwards. Gary's gone up a couple of places as well. So
dropped down to last.
Richie has dropped right back down to last. So he's got himself in a bit of a spat there, and that was Matt. Was it Matt? No, it wasn't. It was somebody else putting something else on somebody. Gary on Peaceful, that was. And
there's a bit of a gap.
There is, yeah, there's a bit of a gap forming from 6th back to 7th, and Gary with work to do, but he's had a good start. He's up 4 places from where he started, so that's good going for Gary, and still plenty to do.
So yeah, Peaceful's dropped right down the pack.
Yeah, they have. I wonder if they've had it coming together.
Little Leach up to 6th.
He is, yeah, and going well at the moment, but yeah, I wonder what happened to... you've got Sutty, Emplava and Peaceful all towards the back, so don't know what happened there, but we're into lap 2 already. Overtaker having a look, he's going to go down. That was squeezing the space through. Dan's a wise old fox, he takes the opposite line. Overtaker goes deep, cuts through the grass to get that one done. He's now got Big Boy Brazier's gone past him as well, so Overtaker maybe being a little bit too excitable, what's the word? Keen.
Past Matt.
Fury's past Matt. These two. He is, absolutely. I reckon we're going to have quite the ding-dong between Matt and Fury in this race. Equal cars, both really good drivers. I think that one's going to run and run.
Oh, he's having a great race as well.
Yeah.
Disco's up there in 9th. Nice to see him up there in good points.
Yeah, absolutely. It's about time we saw... Oh, who was that round? That's Overtaker. Yep. Oh, it's going from bad to worse for the championship leader. He gets a flash of lights from whoever that is. Disco just behind him. He's his teammate. He's going to protect him, is he? Probably. But Overtaker with...
is normal.
yeah, absolutely. And, Overtaker having a shocker. The championship leader having an absolute shocker. Fury goes deep. Matt's still on the back of Fury, so Dan with a bit of space now from Big Boy Brazier, but Jamie Brazier and Dan have come together in the past before, so look out for them two getting close. They're both in the Audi. Jamie's really good in the Audi as well, so we'll have to see how that one progresses. We're on board with... Who are we on board with? Holty.
Holty at the moment, yeah.
Holty, and he's in 7th, just behind Gary. I thought that was Fury and Matt. Of course, they're in similar cars, aren't they? And they're in similar position. Oh, Holty was having a go at Gary down into turn 1 as we drop to Biggs, who's got Emplava all over him like a cheap suit as they come down to start finish straight. So lap 3, and there's plenty...
Overtakers now overtook Gary and Holty.
Done Gary and Holty. He did them quickly, didn't he?
Yeah, here we go then. 8 seconds to make down on Dan.
Absolutely. So let's see if Overtaker can. Who's that? Little Leach and Matt. Yes, Matt's. I think Craig's just trying to hang on to this this Merc battle of Matt and Fury, who's just in front of him. If he can hang on to it and stay in close company, they could get together. Overtaker's he's off again, so he's back in between Gary and Holty. So and he's round again. Now you know what's going on now, don't you? He's ruined his tyres, and then he's trying to push. He's trying to push on tyres which have just had a spin. You've got to let them get back in the window. After you spun them, you've got to get them back in the window. That's why I try to avoid spinning.
He's having a bit of a ding-dong.
Yeah, absolutely. So Overtaker going backwards in this race now. He's into 10th place. Got Peaceful Explosion coming up behind him now. Excuse me.
He did a pit stop. Did he? No, Max.
Who?
No.
Nobody's pitted yet, have they?
No, I thought it said pit on Smokies, but I don't think it did.
No, nobody's pitted yet. They are now in the pit window, Smithy.
Yep.
Sorry, there will be at the end of this lap. So end of lap 4 is when the pits open. So Dan will be the first one to be able to pit if he wants to. He's now pulled away 1.8 over Jamie Brazier, and both of them are pulling away from Fury and Matt, who are having their own little ding-dong. And Little Leech just watching on with those as we cut back to him. Disco face. That's not Disco. I know. Holds it. No. There must be some sort of strike action going on with the Spanish Spanish cameramen.
I actually have no idea who we're on. It may be on Gary.
Maybe on Gary, but we're not. There's Gary.
These three are the closest at the moment.
So you've got Gary, who's just in front of Holty, and Holty's got Disco hunting him down and trying to gain.
Smokey did pit.
Is that what it was? Right, Smokey's.
I've just been notified that he pitted in lap 3. I thought it said pit on his thing. If you want to just.
No, I didn't see that either. He's pitted in the wrong position, so unless he's got, it doesn't matter if he's got major damage. He's going to have to pit again, or he's going to get a penalty.
I have to thank Sir Mr. Welshie for notifying me. I thought it said that on the screen.
Oh yeah, if Welshie's in there, why didn't he say hello? Come on, Welshie. So we're on board now with Sutty Apex. He's up to 11th at the moment, and got his teammate in front of him. These boys are the Simplay Racing. Mike goes into the pits. He's the first. Gary's in the pits as well. Yeah. So Gary, the first of the. Gary's the first of the proper pit stops. Peaceful follows in him. Overtaker's now going in to take his pit stop as well. Look at these two. Oh, these are really close.
Oh, real close. Yep.
Yeah.
He's just hanging in the back there. Maybe he's waiting to pick him off.
As Dan had a mistake, as big as Dan and Jamie got in together, because they were 4 or 5 seconds ahead.
I can't get off Little Leech.
Right, okay, there we go. We're back on to Dan. Dan has got Jamie Brazier all over the back of him, and Matt and Fury are right behind. These lot were spaced out by nearly 4 seconds. Hello, Welshie. And that's all of a sudden just gone, and they're all really close.
D-Biggs is pitted.
Yeah, but I'm wondering what went on, Smithy. Do you know what I mean? Why? How? We'll have to ask if these guys are on the podium. What happened in lap 5?
Must have been Dan and Jamie, I'm assuming, or Dan had a moment, because Jamie's been caught up, but Jamie was quite a bit ahead of Fury. He's 4 seconds ahead of Fury.
Yeah, there was a big gap between. There was just 2 seconds between Dan and Jamie, and then there was a couple of seconds back to Fury and Matt. So something went wrong that we didn't see on camera. Our cameramen tonight are US, so we just have to deal with what we have to deal with. But we'll have to ask him if there was some sort of incident. This puts Little Leech looking at
6 second gap from Disco in 6th.
Yeah. Now we're on lap. Who's in the pits? We're on lap. Disco and Holty in together. Disco in front of Holty. He was behind him last time we looked, so he's jumped him somewhere. JM Grill just coming through. He hasn't done his pit stop yet. So the top 5 are all in the same straight after lap 6. So it's still all to play for in this race. It's still anybody's race at the moment.
And Plava's in.
So Emplava in, and Richie's in as well. So there's a Latvian, a Frenchman, Holty, what's Holty, English, and a Scotsman. Sounds like the start of a joke, doesn't it? All in the pits.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh dear. So
just need a Frenchman in and out.
Yep. Frenchman and a Latvian. That's what we got at the moment. Oh, look at these two going side by side up the hill here. It's good racing and good respect from these two, giving each other plenty of space. Fury's got the inside line. If he can get it slowed down, gets up on the curb. Matt looks at a switchback, looks to sniff up the inside, but he's not going to be able to do it there. Fury's got that covered off.
Who's between them? Is that Smokey behind Matt?
That's
it's not Little
Leech.
Leech, is it?
Yeah, Little Leech in the Audi. Yep.
No, he's
Well,
in the
there.
black and red. There's a white car behind that. Is there not?
Yeah, that's in between them. Who's that? Is that D Biggs? I think it's D Biggs, you know. He's in between the two.
Yeah,
oh, look what's
DB
going on in the
Pet
background. Look behind as we go to... No, it was... Little Leach was under pressure by somebody as they went into the last... no.
Little Leach has got loads of space.
Who's that in front of these two then? That's the two Mercs.
Yeah, Fury and Matt.
Oh, these cameramen are making my head hurt, Smithy. They really are. They're all over the shop. Yeah, Disco has jumped Holty. Now, I think he got him before the pits. Overtaken in 11th at the moment and having a shocker. Back to the front.
We've got Dan, Matt, Big Boy, JM Grill, Little Leach, and Fury.
I'm sure that's correct. So again, Dan and Jamie have dropped Matt and Fury a little bit again. They seem to be, I don't know if they're working together a little bit more. Their lap times are 44 and 45, where Matt and Fury, yeah, that was awfully wide, wasn't it? Matt and Fury are in the 46s, so them scrapping amongst themselves is letting the front two get away. Oh, that's track limits.
Fury, that was.
Yeah, that was Fury with a super wide line. I think he's pushing hard. I think Matt's starting to pull away from him, and Fury doesn't like it. Fury is a, what would I say, animated driver. He's quite loose and leery in the way that he drives, and I mean he gets the job done. Do you know what I mean? You know, but
he's got to be, I suppose, at times.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm not saying that with any disrespect. That's just the way his style comes across. Doesn't make him dangerous or whatever, but he has got a loose and leery kind of style, and he's taking pits. He's in the pits, going to get his pit stop done, and maybe he can get himself into clear air and get back on the back of Matt, I think.
Little Leach has got past D Biggs. D Biggs, I don't know what happened to D Biggs.
I think he had a shocker from the start, to be honest with you.
Surprised to see Richie up the back.
Yeah, he's had. I think again, Richie had a shocker at the start, and it all went bad from there. Welshie in the chat. Hello to Fury's mum. Hello, Laura. Welshie in the chat. All good. Drinking my iron brew, eating my haggis, and wearing my kilt while doing windmills. Well, we don't want to hear about the windmills. He's probably listening. He's probably listening to the Proclaimers and got wee Jimmy Cranky on in the background as well, So I think we've covered all the Scottish stuff there now. Unless you've got anything to add to that one, Smithy.
I've got nothing. It's still before 9 o'clock, isn't it? Yeah.
It is, yeah. So any kind of reference to train spotting is probably out, So yeah. Is Disco back in the pits? Yes, it is. Haley's just pointed out that's the second time that Disco has been in the pit. So has he got damage and had to pit again?
Let's see if we can see him.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck with that. I don't think the camera exists there.
No, and I mean this is the hot race at the moment. Jamie Brazier within a half a second, really. Jamie's into the pits.
He's dived in. Get it slowed down. Whew.
You got it slowed down. It's not a bad one to slow down for, actually. It's you're not doing that much speed as you come out the last corner, so you can get it slowed down quite well, I think.
In and out. Let's see how quick he's in.
Yep, let's say indeed. And Fury's mum, Laura, saying good evening, Kelly. Good evening, Smithy. Good evening, Laura. We've done that one. Yep. Hello. One of the Fury Massive, and there is many of them. Always supporting Fury in everything that he does. And always good to see. And yeah, we have. We've got.
He's in and out. He's out. He's coming.
Jamie's in and out the pits. Gary, no, big. They're there. JM Grill. That's the other one who's in the pits.
Dan on track?
Good question. Where is Dan? Look. What is that? What are you doing, cameraman? What are you doing? P45 for that, man. There we go. We got back on Dan. There he is. He's coming up to the uphill chicane.
Big Boy Brazier's come out fourth.
Yeah, will Dan...
These three have got a pit in front of him, haven't they?
They have. So, Sutty is a little way back. So, I mean, he's only 10 seconds. Jamie's only 10 seconds behind Sutty. So, that's really irrelevant. Matt's in the mix.
I expect Matt will follow Dan in.
Depends what they're working out as their strategy. I mean, I don't know about you, but I start off with a pre-planned strategy about where I'm going to pit and how I'm going to do it. So I usually stick to my plan. I don't unless I have damage, of course, and then I have to pit. But there we go. Dan's in.
Has Gary been in yet?
Yes, Gary's been in. Yeah.
Little Leach, yeah.
Yeah, Little Leach.
Oh yeah, Matt's followed him in. Look, Matt's followed Dan in. So let's see where Big Boy is coming round on.
That's going to be the one. Where is Jamie?
21 seconds behind. I reckon Dan's going to get out before Jamie. I'll be tight with Matt and see if we can get on board.
He's in the last sector, coming along to the Mickey Mouse section. Where's Dan? Is Dan moving?
Now on his way out. Yep, Dan's now on his way out.
So, Jamie was half a second behind. I think the gap's going to be bigger than that. Dan's got to get up to speed, mind. But Dan's going to be in front for sure. Matt is going to lose out to Jamie, I think. Oh, I don't know. It's going to be tight. It's going to be tight, Smithy. Yeah. But Jamie's done it.
1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, I think,
Dan made the right choice.
Yeah, Dan was the net winner out of that round of pit stops, and I think Jamie was the net loser out of that one because he's dropped back to Matt a little bit. Overtaker's on a comeback. He's now all over the back of Fury. So we'll see how these two get on.
Peaceful's in the pits.
Who's in the pit again? Peaceful.
People must be in twice.
Yeah. Yep, he could have damage. Overtaker all over the back of Fury. Fury's a handful to try and pass, I'll tell you. And Overtaker. Did he? Yeah, he did.
Curb a bit too much, wasn't he?
Yep, got off on that curb, and that was the end of it. Certainly his setup isn't looking as planted as it was.
He can afford to let this race go, qualify for the second race, get pole, and take the second race win.
You're quite right, and that would be a sensible strategy, to be honest. I mean, he's having a shocker, so stop, have a think about it. As I said, he can easily put it on pole. We know that, and he's going to have all the quick people. That's Matt in front. He must have done him in the hairpin at the end of the long straight. So Jamie's got to have another go back at him. Jamie has a look down the inside. He ain't going to get it done there through the Mickey Mouse, and he certainly won't get it done in the last chicane. But he's got to stay close to him, have a good run, get good traction. Sorry?
A lot of curb.
A lot of curb. They're not afraid, are they? Maybe that's where you and me were going wrong. We should have attacked the curbs harder. Yeah. I'm sure I'd be pointing in the wrong direction if I did that. Jamie has a look down the straight. The Audi kept sensible pace with the Merc. The Merc being such a dominant force in the straight line. So this one's going to run and run. Dan's got 3 seconds clear of these guys. Matt's probably going to be looking in his mirrors more than he is going to be worrying about Dan just for a minute. Matt can do with a good result, so he's probably just want to hold on to keeping Jamie behind him, really.
Oh, we're back for a little leech.
Of course we are. Good evening to Beth. Beth's turned up. Hello, Beth. Who are you supporting this evening? Would that be Matt, or would it be Gary, or both? We'll soon find out. So, oh look, and here's Disco McDisco Face. He's now, where is Disco?
13th currently.
13th. Yeah, he's still not having the kind of race that he's used to.
D-Biggs, and unfortunately Peaceful's down in 16th.
Yep. D-Biggs goes round. Peaceful's on his way in, manages to get out of that quite nicely, actually.
That one.
That was a beauty. It was almost like he was showing off, wasn't it? And so this battle continues. Jamie Brazier just within a sniff of Matt in, and then Net second and third here. Smithy still hasn't. Sutty now going into the pits as we speak. So I don't know where he'll come out. We'll watch on that one.
Probably after Little Leech, I reckon. 7th after Fury and 8th, I reckon.
Right. Haley just telling me that Smokey didn't go within the pit window, so we'll leave that one to the stewards to sort out.
I thought he was free.
Yeah.
And I said.
Yeah, so So we are 11 laps in. We've got 7 to go. This is the state of play after all the pit stops. You're right. Sutty is coming out. Yeah, behind Little Leach, behind Fury. Probably is Overtaker going to get him?
Not quite.
Not. Oh yeah, he's going to. You know, looks like it. Yep, Sutty is going to come out in P9. So, all the pit stops are done with 6 laps to go. Dan is leading by 4.6 seconds over Matt, who's got Big Boy Brazier for close company. Gary up into a respectable 4th at the moment, with Holty having a good run in 5th, actually. That's not bad at all, is it? 'Cause he had a...
No, that's a good place for Holty this week.
Absolutely.
Little Leach 15 points this week with Dan first, Little Leach 6th, Gary 4th, Matt 2nd, Big Boy.
Yeah.
Holty and Fury. That's
yeah,
good points, yeah.
Good points for the constructors, and certainly start to shake the constructors up a little bit. As Biggs does exactly, he's just showing off, isn't he? He done exactly the same last one. Yeah, and
Matt with a slight gap.
I reckon Biggs's pirouette was better the one before last. His lap 11 one was much better.
There's a big gap between Big Boy and Gary in 4th.
Yeah, huge. Yeah, huge gap.
Little Leach and Overtaker. Little Leach could be under the cosh now.
Yep, let's see how he gets on with the Undertaker wanting to leave him for dead.
How many cannot qualify if they finish like this for race 2?
16 in the race. So, Overtaker goes wide again. Look, he's round. Is he round? No, he holds on to it. But he's going to have...
Sutty right up his chuff.
Yeah, Sutty doesn't need a second excuse. He'll be all over him. What did I say? 16, so that's 8. Yeah, 8. So Overtaker's in that 8th position. If he's smart, he'll drop that place.
I would if I was him. He can afford to, can't he?
He can afford to. Let's see if he plays it smart, or it's every position counts for him, you know?
It'd be nice if he didn't drop it, because then it'd make race 2 a little bit more interesting. Not saying it'll win it from the start, but he's got a reputation of pulling away from the start. He has,
yeah, and I think if you let him get away, then he's untouchable, to be honest. So he could do with not getting away. So let's see. But you and me got the same idea on that strategy. I'd be dropping back down and dropping out of the qualifying positions, but he's not doing that. But we've still got 5 laps to go. So we have another look into the trees, because we haven't done that for ages. And still no birds to be watching. So yeah, here comes Richie. He's clawed himself back to 11th place after having a bit of a dismal start. So the Underfrog is moving forward.
The wild card's dropped down to 12th. He's not having. He did say earlier actually that he wouldn't have the best of races.
No, and we highly rate Emplava. He's a very good driver. Him and Fury are both quite young, and I think are the future pro stars of Simplay. So yeah, it's wants to watch.
That's a great position for Holty this week.
It is, yeah. Let's see if he can hold that all the way to the end. He's got Fury behind him, about 3 seconds. So Fury's his teammate, though, isn't he?
Yeah, and Fury's got, what is he, 3rd in the championship, did you say, or 4th? Gary was 3rd?
Gary is 3rd as we speak before the end of this race. Fury's in P6 at the moment, but Holty's in P15, so he could really do with the points. So, will Fury play the team game? We will see, eh? Beth says in the chat she's not following anyone, to be honest. No one. So, yeah. Well, no one's doing all right. So, yeah. Good to hear. Where are we? Jamie's still staring at the back of that Merc. I haven't seen Jamie. Jamie's a quick driver. Jamie's a quick driver, and we know he's quick with multiple wins and so on and so forth. But I haven't had long enough to study his style.
He's another pad driver himself, isn't he?
I believe he might be. I just haven't had time to analyse his style as Dan puts a move over on Peaceful. He's lapping him.
Hitting traffic. Yep, now hitting traffic.
Yeah, he's now in traffic. Peaceful. The traffic have no need to let Daniel through. They can't fight him as such, but they don't have to get out of his way either, because we run with endurance rules, and that's how endurance racing is. So Dan's got the first of the traffic. He's got D Biggs is the next one. He's got
Little Leach. Oh, Little Leach must be having a mare. So he's jumped him as well.
Yeah, he must have had an incident. He probably ended up in the trees. It's probably the first time the cameraman would have picked him up properly. What was I on about? I have no idea. Endurance rules. So Dan's picking his way through the traffic. He's got D Biggs to come up next. D Biggs is his old teammate. Will he be super kind to Dan and jump straight out of the way? They were teammates for a couple of seasons, had 2 championship wins between them. So they're good friends as far as teammates were concerned. So will he just jump out of the way for Dan? We will see. Or is he going to do another one of his little pirouettes there at the end of this lap? We'll see as they come into this last chicane.
Taker's pulled a slight advantage onto Sutty now in 7th. Oh.
Yes, indeed. And he's definitely in the qualifying position, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not going to qualify for the race where he is.
No.
Little Leach should be able to qualify.
JM Grill, Richie, M Plava, Disco, Smokey, D Biggs and Peaceful will all be able to qualify. That'll be an interesting qualifying, to be fair.
I'm shocked that Overtaker hasn't took the strategy that we said.
You don't know how the individual's brain works, do you? Do you know what I mean? You don't know. As I say, he might be one of those that's just, flat scat and as many places as possible. Yeah, as many places as possible, for the points. I've certainly found for my own racing that I have to think things through a bit more, because I don't have an ultimate pace. I don't usually have the quickest car or the quickest pace, so I have to find other ways to to run an efficient race or an efficient meeting. But not everyone thinks like that, do they?
No. The Speedy Frogs are 10th and 11th.
May we, monsieur. I did French at school, and apparently I did. I was there, but I didn't learn a lot.
Yeah, you turned up.
I kind of turned up. I was
a bit like me saying I race. I turn up, but
your racing is better than my French, but
a lot of people would probably say that's debatable.
Well, no, if they've heard my French, then as I said last week, the only phrases I know, I think, are swearing. So something about somebody's mother, and I just don't want to go there if I offend.
We won't drop it as low as the wee wees from last night.
No, that was just their minds were in the toilet last night, quite literally. But never mind, pair of muppets. Hey, you're with the Supreme Dream Team now, so none of that wee talk or no mention of the C word either. We don't do that. We don't do that until December.
The Leach has dropped right down in the 11th. He's now lost out to the 2 Speedy Frogs.
What a shame. He was doing so well earlier in the race as well. So Dan's having it his own way now. He's going to be looking forward to this will be his first pro win since he's come back after his sabbatical, if he gets to the end, of course. Let's not ruin that. We're in the trees with Matt just at the moment, because he's not in the trees. He's in second place, 7.5 seconds behind Dan. And
he's still fighting. He's still going for it.
He is, and who's he with? Fury. As I said, he's trying to overtake Fury, but Fury is a slippery character. It'll be hard work for him to.
They're not far off the back of Holty, to be fair. If we can get a decent view of the race.
I was kind of thinking that that Fury might be protecting Holty a little bit. And Holty in a cracking position in P5. That's a good place to be. Still, Jamie stares at the back of Matt. He's not. attacking him as such, is he? He's just holding station. Yeah. And I wonder, as I said earlier about Jamie's style, I haven't had a chance to analyse it, and I wonder if Jamie's style is just to kind of be right there and then wait, you know, for the right opportunity to present itself. You know, this is not a 30-second race. I'm sure there's a movie quote there somewhere. Might be Tokyo Drift. This isn't a 30-second race. It's lap after lap. Is Jamie just waiting for his moment? I don't know.
I don't know. Because Jamie's so far back in the standings, I wonder if he's just thinking third points.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I push and not get any points if I mess up?
It's a valid point, absolutely. He might be saying that. A podium might be what he's happy with. He's another one who's returning.
The standings, wasn't it, for everybody else?
Oh, no, I think he's having a go then.
See, camera.
Come on, cameraman, where are you? Oh, mate, what are you doing? Oh. Dear, oh dear.
I can't even get it.
Oh, look, let's hope the next... Oh, there we go, look. Yeah, I think Jamie was having a go into one of the corners as the cameraman decided just to, you know...
Dan's on his last lap.
Oh, here we go. Again, here we go, look. Jamie's looking all over him now. Oh, he's going round the outside up there. That's within limits. He's just about on the curb. That's Big Boy Brazy gone right round the outside of Matt. He's got the inside line. Matt gives him a little bit of a tap just to say hi. I'm still here.
There's Dan. Is he coming up the finish line?
He is coming. Oh, Matt spun it.
Oh, Matt's too hard. Where's Gary?
Where? Too far back. Way too far back. So it's going to be a different winner, which makes a change. First one back for Dan. First one that's not overtaker. He'll be happy with that. That's P1 for Daniel. Jamie Brazier, another man back from sabbatical, and he's going to take P2. Matt had plenty of time between him and his teammate. Matt comes across the line with a flash of the lights. He's going to take P3. There's your podium positions. Gary with a good run. He started 11th, mind.
Yeah, he's done well to finish fourth.
Yep, and the man, he seems to be reasonably happy with that. He'll take the fourth place. Good championship points. Holty with a great run from Holty, absolutely. In fifth place. Overtaker, Dunn Fury just at the last. Yeah. Fury won't be happy about that at all. But they come over the line, flashing the lights. They finish 6th and 7th. Sutty is going to be your man in 8th. He's looking reasonably happy as well, isn't he? That was a happy flash, wasn't it? Looked it to me. So Speedy Frog is going to be, the Underfrog is going to be, what did he make, 9th, and JM Grill's going to be 10th, and Little Leech is in 11th.
He's got right down the pack.
Yeah, unfortunate for him. He was having such a good run. And Plava is going to end up 12th, and Disco, with another bit of a shocker, really, is going to end up 13th when he gets there. Yep, Smokey is making up his own lines. That Ferrari looking particularly second hand, and he's going to come over the line in 14th, and Peaceful's way back in 15th. D Biggs is your last runner. Okay, we will get the top three. We have got a new winner, mate. You're quite right. We'll get the top 3 in the commentary box for some interviews. We're going to go for a break. While we're in the break, a little bit of homework for you guys out there. Pop yourselves over onto Instagram and just go and have a look for Audio Sport. So it's at Audio Sport Cal. And go on there and give us a follow. We could do with all the followers we can get. So onto Instagram, Audio Sport Cal. While you're in the break, go and have a look at our Instagram page. Register yourself as a follower and join us back here in about, I don't know, how long, Smithy? About 10 minutes, is it?
Yeah, about 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's about 10. So join us back here very shortly. See you in a mo.
Not sure if your boys are clear, but just careful what you say.
Righto.
Well done, Debs.
Where the stream's moved on, so
Oh man, fucking hell.
What's your language? You don't know if you're out yet. Well done, Dan.
Cheers, man.
Got that done in the first corner.
Yeah, well,
Ish.
second lap. He came at me afterwards, so I was like,
Got it done in quali, really.
Yeah, I'm happy I got the pole position, but fuck me, that lap was something.
Yeah.
Unlucky, Matt.
Lucky on that lap at the end.
Couple of corners.
Was it you, or was it you, or was it Jamie?
No, I had a couple of wiggles at the end. That,
Yeah, Jamie actually went past him quite nicely.
On the outside of that corner.
Battle. I was watching YouTube's battle the whole time. I was just looking up in the left-hand corner every now and then, seeing who was where.
Yes.
Just click on a different box on the spreadsheet.
On a different box. What, anything?
Yeah, just anywhere. For some reason it says I can't update the tables because you're editing.
That's a great result for
All right.
Yeah, done it now, thank you.
Okay, no worries.
Oh, who got the
That's what we needed. That was Overtaker. He did a 144.
We reckon he's on odd tyres.
He was struggling.
We reckon he's on. Sutty was following him for a couple of laps, and I'll tell you what, he did well not to wipe you and Jamie out early on.
What, at turn 1?
Yeah, he fucking dive bomb, slid in front of you.
Oh,
that
mate.
meant Jamie. Right, that meant Jamie had to avoid him, so I tapped the rear of Jamie. I then lost that to Fury. But you fucking dickhead! It was a proper lunge and all, wasn't it?
What happened?
Yeah, like, I didn't see that. I literally saw that coming at the last second. I went to defend, and it was like, okay, he's on grass, he's committing to this. I do not want an accident.
It was a proper lunge.
Yeah,
I bailed.
What happened in lap 5 when you were a couple of seconds ahead, Dan, from Jamie, and you were there was a couple of 3 seconds back to Matt and Fury. What happened?
Right. Can I just say my point of view, right? So, me and Fury were side by side. Fury went deep, I had a wiggle, comes round the hairpin, Jamie's had a moment, comes through the S's, Dan's off. Thinking, oh, brilliant, all 4 of us have fucked up in 4 corners.
And we missed all of it.
I was trying so hard to crawl back on track without getting in Jamie's way, but at the same time defend for the corner. I think I just got away with it because it was just
honestly,
like, yeah, you did. Shit. And then I was I've just hanging in there.
If you watch it back,
it's only a penalty point, so you could have just got in his way.
Well, no, I didn't want like. I just knew this Audi was going to be so strong here. Just the way that me and Jamie, I don't know if Jamie got my hint, but I was trying to work with him in the first half so that we could just fuck off.
I don't know if Jamie got my hint to tell D Biggs to take you out. I mean, so slow you up.
Peaceful, he didn't get out the fucking way.
No, he said he was chasing Biggs after he spammed twice. He's like, "Fuck Dan, I've got to pass Biggs here." So if Dan wants to lap me, he's got to pass me.
But if he was fucking smart, he would have let me go, and then I would have caught Biggs, and he would have.
So that incident, we were on something else. Did you have trouble with the cameras last night, Dan? They were horrendous tonight. Yeah.
10-4.
Oh, just always jump into Little Leach and in the trees.
So as you come out of turn 3, you go down that short straight to turn 4, it just then jumps to bushes and trees. And
it was awful. So
we get around that, Smithy, is either change driver or jump on board like the bonnet or chase camera or something.
Okay, yeah.
Smithy, we need you in the session, mate.
Right, I'm just going to pop to the toilet.
Yeah, I'm going to pop to the toilet.
What happened was basically I touched the curb just after that corner, and I said in practice multiple times that I'm not touching that curb, I'm not touching it, and I just got a little bit greedy, touched it, went round, and I just went to Little Leach, I went, fuck, and he goes, no, and I'm like, I've got it round, luckily the Audi's slow like me, so, but...
Well, as I said, we were commentating on it, and I said, hang on, Smith, what's happened here? They're like really close again. They were like 4 seconds apart of each other, you know? And they're like all really close. What's happened? And I said to Haley, I kind of gestured to Haley to write down lap 5 so I could ask you guys what happened. So you had your moment, Dan, which...
Jamie had his.
Jamie had his.
Jamie had his first.
I touched the curb at the hairpin.
Yeah. So you both had your moments, and then behind you, those two were going side by side. Oh, great. Fantastic. I wish we'd seen that.
I pulled off a brilliant move on Matt on the last lap, though.
Oh, yeah, round the outside?
Yeah,
we got that. And
Yeah,
we were at the camera view where you could just see your wheels were, like, on the curb, but, like, it was all in limits. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, right round the outside. We got that on the stream.
Yeah, when he started to defend, I thought, I'm just going to send it around the outside, because I was going to have a dive bomb into the hairpin.
Yeah. I was trying to work out, I was saying it on the stream, I'm trying to work out your style, because you were close to him for lap after lap, but not attacking, and I thought, I wonder if you're waiting for your moment, you know?
It was more, I was able, literally, most of the lap I was able to keep close to Matt. As soon as I get to the straight, he's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. Right, I've got to go to the loo before we start again.
Alright, I gained 4 points on him, that's why I know.
Matt, did you just touch the curb on the last lap?
Just car went a bit wiggly on the whole last lap. Car went a bit wiggly, and then that's how you got through.
Yeah, thank you for not telling me, Rag, because I imagine that would have been quite easy.
When you got past me, or when?
Yeah, when I was kind of.
I kind of wanted to run you out into the gravel, but I thought no, I'm going to be respectful.
Just send it in, Matt. We'll look at it and analyse it.
Jamie brake checked me, Smithy. That's what it was.
Yeah,
you don't see the light.
Yes.
The lights. You don't see the lights come on, but it was there, mate.
Yeah.
You had a light bulb faded.
We reckon he hit you, but it looks like he doesn't. But we still think he hit you.
Oh, when I span at the end, no, I just completely bounced off the curb. I just pushed to get past him again at the end and bounced off the curb.
Steward's decision, we reckon he clipped you. 800 points. 2 places left.
I just kept watching the delta between Matt and Jamie. I was like, ooh, these are getting exciting.
I feel sorry for the lads at the back, because they don't get any fucking back time if you're not careful.
Yeah, share it around, Smith. Share it around.
I do share it around, that's why we missed some of your stuff.
You don't need to watch fucking Dan.
Right, we're good to go.
Platform.
No, we don't really. No. I'd rather you get the action than rather watch it.
I don't know if Kelly's back.
I'm back, just got back.
Alright, yep, there we go.
What's happened? Oh, right, we're ready to go. Okay.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, can you keep that to yourself?
I was kind of backing Overtaker up as well.
At the start, yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
No shit. Did you and Overtake come together in quali?
Yeah, he dropped it and I had nowhere to go.
Ah, yeah, that's what happened. Right, yeah.
I saw you two on the outlap going, these two are awfully close, and Mike went, wouldn't it be funny if they hit each other and don't qualify?
We did.
Yeah, well, we caught you going backwards, Dan, or Overtaker going backwards, and then you're both in the pits. It's like, what?
Yeah. Smokey was in front of him going very slow, and we caught him very, very quickly. Yeah. And then I was like, oh, come on, Overtaker, just get past him, go. And I was like up on my previous lap time as well, so I was like, come on, you fucking idiot, go. And then he dropped it, and I was like, oh no!
Oh well. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and race 1 over and done with here at Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, and we have a new race winner. But before all that, let's talk to the third place man, Matt Ahimovic. Matt, welcome back to the podium.
Yeah, it's good to be back, Kelly.
It's nice, isn't it? It's nice here.
It's a good feeling.
It is a good feeling indeed. Matt, just you're good with words. Tell me about your race. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah,
Good start.
No, it was eventful. I had a great fight with Fury, and hats off to Fury, great respect with him. I didn't really have a fight with Jamie. It was kind of more defend at the last part of the lap at the chicane, at the last sector, which he's not really going to overtake on, and then pull away from him on the straight until I made a mistake at the end, really. That's how I can sum it up.
Are you pleased with your race performance?
Very pleased. I made the mistake at the end, but we're all human, aren't we? Even Dan made a mistake tonight, and Overtaker made a mistake. So, you know, we're all entitled to 1 or 2. But I'm very pleased with tonight's performance. It's an Audi track. It's a chassis track. You kind of saw last night with the Ferrari and Audi did well, and same tonight. I knew Dan, and I always had a feeling Jamie was going to be strong here. So to be on the podium in the Merc, I think, is a fantastic result.
Absolutely, and yeah, you said about mistakes. We were talking off air about lap 5, and those who were watching, we pointed out that something happened in lap 5 that we didn't catch on the stream. You guys were telling me about it off air. Just in your view, what did you see happen just in lap 5?
So I was behind Fury. I got a run on him on the outside coming out towards the hairpin. Braked a little earlier, and literally, we all may as well go and join the circus because he outbraked himself. I then tried to undercut him. I had a massive wiggle on the rear, to which, to our amazement, as we turn the corner, Jamie's rejoining from the grass. We get up through the chicane and come round the bend after the chicane towards the last couple of corners, and there's Unorthodox rejoining. So yeah, it was a comical of errors, I imagine, from all four of us. I had a chuckle about on my end, in our chat. I had a good chuckle about it. It was quite funny.
What a shame we didn't catch it on the stream. The cameramen have been all over the place, as you know, last night. Yeah, shame we didn't catch that one. Such good drivers being rubbish. I would have loved to have seen it. But anyway, Matt, the sun's coming up. There's race 2. How do you feel about race 2? What's your thoughts?
Looking forward to race 2. Looks like we've got a decent-ish starting position in the mid-pack, which we'll see what that brings. But I'm looking forward to race 2. If the pace of race 1 looks like it was anything to go by, I'm pretty happy for race 2. Dan's behind us, so that kind of gives us a good start there, because Dan and Jamie have both got great pace. And look, great stuff from the team in race 1. Hopefully the team can do the same in race 2 and get another good result. Absolutely. Well, best of luck and protect your rear wing. Cheers, boys. Well done, Dan and Jamie as well. And we move on to our second place man, and again, welcome back after a sabbatical, Jamie Brazier, big boy Brazier, back on the podium. Hiya, Jamie.
Evening, Kelly.
Oh, although we have spoke already this season, haven't we? You've been on the podium because I pointed out to you that Ginsters are not a proper pasty, and they're not. But they're not. So, mate, tell us about your race. What was it like for you out there?
So first few laps, it was just stick to the back of Dan and overtaker then made a mistake, so it was then just kind of stick to the back of Dan, see what I could do, and I stuck to the back of him all the way to the pit stops, and then I imagine Dan and Matt used the glitch. I didn't use the glitch, so I then dropped a few seconds.
Right.
I dropped a few seconds behind Dan, and then made a mistake, and then just trying to get back past Matt, and then managed to get him on the last lap.
Yes, and what a move as well, round the outside, going up the hill. That was a cracking good move out there. I haven't seen that one done, so you got to be pleased with that.
Yeah, I am. I'm very pleased with that. I wasn't actually intending on making the move there. I was going to make the move at the next corner, but the opportunity arose, and I thought, right, I'm sending it around the outside.
Absolutely, and I say it was a great move. Again, as I said to Matt, the sun's coming up. It's starting to warm up. We can actually see as well. Race 2. What are your thoughts for race 2?
Race 2 is starting fairly well. Not right at the back. Dan's been the game hates Dan because they've made him start last again. So I've not got a too bad starting position, 13th, so a few positions up from the back. I just have to pick my way through and see what I can do. Hopefully we can have 2 cars at the pointy end, because D Biggs in that first one just got involved in a few unfortunate incidents that weren't really his fault.
Yeah, I think he was doing his stunt driver impression, because he had a couple of very nice pirouettes that he just wheel spun out of. I'm sure wasn't his intention. No. Anyway, congratulations for your second place, and good luck for the next race.
Yep, well done to Matt and Dan as well.
Indeed. So we move on to your race winner, a new race winner for season 7, and it's Unorthodox who's the man who took that one. Dan, got to be pleased with that, mate.
Absolutely over the moon. Finally got overtaker a level playing field now. Quali did the lap I needed to do, and just survived the first 2 laps and then just disappeared. So thank the Lord that I've finally got a win under the belt.
Absolutely, and your first win back since your sabbatical with GT3. So yeah, just from your point of view, again, the mysterious lap 5. What happened to you on lap 5? Because you had a moment there as well, didn't you?
Yeah, that like weird chicane up in the final sector. I just ran a little bit too much curb. The car went loose and I went round. I knew Jamie and the rest were coming very quick, so I was just trying to get it turned around as quickly as possible. Trying to learn my lesson from Kota, obviously picking up a penalty point for a dangerous rejoin. So just making sure I didn't cause any incidences, and just managed to survive that. But just lack of concentration and just being a bit floaty as such. But after that, it was fairly straightforward, and on this circuit that I picked this season as well, I'm happy to take a win here.
Absolutely, and a deserved win it was. You've closed the gap to Overtaker. It's now down to 28 points, so still lots to do. Race 2, as Jamie said, the game hates you because you're right at the back next to Overtaker, or at the back of the grid instead of the other way round for the first race. So what can you do from there, Dan?
Well, being obviously the host of the session, I end up being at the rear. Being a rolling thing now, so I will be starting last pretty much every race for race 2 if I'm in the top half. But I'm gonna take it easy. I'm just gonna allow the boys of Overtaker, Gary and Jamie and even Matt, just do all the hard work to push the way through. Just take my time, pick them off one by one, and see what kind of the level playing field is at lap 4 and see what we do.
Well, we look forward to seeing that, that's for certain sure. Congratulations on your win. Well deserved, good race, and good luck in the next race, Dan.
Cheers, guys.
Well done, Nubs.
There you go, that was your top 3 interviews. And just quickly, Smithy, before we move on, guess how many followers I got in the break on my Instagram page?
Probably as many as I've got race wins. 1.
Absolutely right, 1. Yeah, 1. And I bet you that was probably Enplav who did that, because he does tend to follow my stuff. But all you lot watching, thanks for your commitment. Cheers and all that. So, back to the qualifying. It's time for race 2. The sun's coming up. I found this really weird last night. I'd done all my testing in the dark, and then race 2 was bright sunshine. I found it really quite weird after all that darkness, but that's where it will be, 7 o'clock in the morning, and at the moment it's the Underfrog who's on pole position with a 44.2. That's a quick one.
That is a quick one. He was quite quick in practice, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Mind you, he was in the 44s in the quad, I think, last time, but there was a big group in the 44s.
Yeah, there was a big group. He's only 2/10 off of 43. He's in the pit, so he's not going to get another run at this. So, can anybody improve? Yes, they can. They're all capable of a 43. And looks like Disco's Beastful is just lining himself up. This will be his final run, so he needs a good run out of the chicane, out of the last corner, and nail it down to the first. I found turn 1 to be one of the most difficult corners on this track, Smithy. What about you? Do you agree? Disagree?
I actually showed that I was quicker in sector 1 than any other sector.
Oh, right, okay.
Sector 2 the hardest.
I found turn 1, and this one now, turn 3, I found this just hard work.
Turn 3 was a hard one.
Yes, indeed. So Peaceful is round turn 3. He's going to break the timing line any second now, and he's 2/10 down on his own time. So he's got to make, or if he wants pole, he's got to make nearly. Yeah. Oh, he nearly collects back Smokey. As Smokey gets out the power to get out the way, Peaceful nearly collected him. He's going to make up nearly 6 or 7 tenths if he's going to put this on pole. And Plava, on the other hand, where's he to on track? Excuse me, I've got wind now. Excuse me. So should we stay on? Yeah, should we stay on with? Oh, Disco is stopping. Oh, and that's Peaceful's just missed him as well. So Emplava will be the next man. There's only 2 left on track. Emplava, he's gone. That's the end of that. Peaceful with a wiggle. Sorry, mate. Peaceful.
He's down.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to improve on this one. Excuse me. I just had a fizzy drink and now it's all coming back to me.
Overtaker starting 15th.
Yeah, he is, right next to Dan. So it looks like Peaceful, that's track limits, Michael. Peaceful, is he going to improve on his time? He needs to make up quite a bit, needs a lot. Will he be quick enough? We'll find out anytime soon. And no, he wasn't. Didn't improve. So, it's the Underfrog, Richie 95 on pole for race 2. Peaceful Explosion lines up next to him on this front row. Second row is occupied by M Plover and Disco McDisco, and the third row is Little Leech and D Biggs. JM Grill, Smoky Devil line up 7th and 8th. Fury and Holty are 9th and 10th. Matt and Gary in 11th and 12th. Big Boy Brazier and Sutty in 13th and 14th. Overtaker and Dan, complete polar opposite to race 1, are completely at the back.
We're going to have a new winner for this race, I reckon.
You reckon? Well, that'd be nice. Who's your prediction? We're only here for 18 laps. What do you think?
I'm going to say Richie.
Richie, yeah? You're going to go with the Underfrog?
I'm going to go the Speedy Frog at the front.
Yep. Yeah, right. Okay, I'm going to go for M Plava.
The wild card, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's ruined both of their races. Let's see.
Back lap one.
Yeah, that'll be. Yeah, the commentator's curse. It's a real thing, I'm telling you. Let's see how Overtaker and Dan get on. Matt and Gary. Let's see what kind of positions they make. Fury's not badly positioned, you know.
No, I was going to say Fury in 9th, because if Holty can do what he did last race, he could get up there.
Yeah, he certainly could as well. With a bit of help from his teammate, definitely be a good team result. Guys in the chat, you've all gone very quiet. We've still only got 11 likes. What you've got to do is press the like button. Just press it. Just press it. That's what you got to do. Gone all very quiet in the chat. Are you still there? You're still watching us? Is there anybody out there? Hello? As we sync up and get ready for race 2, 18 laps again, mandatory pit stop as per normal. What we're doing now is the guys just loading up their setups, adjusting their setups, doing their pit strategies and so on and so forth. We are syncing up. Lights get lit up. We are syncing as it says. We're going to see the lights any second. I'm not seeing any lights. Well, no lights came up. Yeah, that was crazy. Okay, and it looks like Peaceful with a great start there as they come down towards us, but I think it might still be Richie with the edge as they come down to turn 1. That's Little Leech in the mix there as well on the inside line. Peaceful has a little touch on Richie. No real harm done as Disco goes wide. That's Little Leech coming up behind. Disco goes wide. He loses positions, and they're all jostling behind. Yeah, Disco going backwards in this one, but Richie still out in front. Little Leech up into 3rd. Then Plava dropped back 1.
Somebody's off. Red one, right at the back.
Who is it? Holty.
Overtaker. Overtaker.
Holty. Yeah. Holty's was the spinner, and it looked like he collected Overtaker. Oh, well, there's carnage back there. Who was that? That's everyone. Who was all that? Dropping back. Fury in there. Disco. Overtaker, Smokey, Fury, no rear wing. Smoky Devil's not looking in too bad shape. That's Fury going to have to pit. He won't be able to drive that without that rear wing on it. So that's disaster. And who has that benefited? Matt's unscathed. Gary's gone right up to 5th. Gary's up to 5th. Matt's in 8th. Big Boy Brazier's in 9th. Dan's in 10th. So that has been a real benefit for a lot of people here. Yeah, absolutely. Dan, a couple of seconds. He probably had a couple of seconds back from this main group. He probably had to take avoiding action from something. But all this group towards the front, they're all very close still at the end of lap 1. There's only half a second between Richie and Peaceful. And Plava's still in there, right behind Little Leech. And just behind them, Gary's just starting a little bit of a KLF train now, as they all kind of line up behind him.
Who's that in the M Plava having a wiggle? M
Plava having a bit of a wiggle, and that's Matt having to put the moves on D Biggs by the look of it. That Mercedes power as Gary has a look at M Plava as well down the straight. Merc power coming into play there. Gary makes
faster than that Merc is in the Ferrari in the straight.
Yeah, the Ferrari's no slouch in the straight. The Merc is a seriously powerful car in a straight line. So in the pits we've got Disco. Where's Fury? Is Fury gone? Fury disconnected?
Yep, somebody's disconnected.
We've lost Fury. Fury's out.
Yeah, Disco obviously got damage from that collision at the beginning.
Yep, and he's in the pits now, so he's going to have to pit again. So it's like a double whammy when you when this stuff happens. You not only will your race ruined by going around. And that's is that Plava?
Yeah.
That's Plava now tumbling down the order. Dan's up to 9th at the moment, right behind Jamie. Jamie behind JM Grill. Matt and Gary having an absolute fantastic run in 4th and 5th at the moment. So Disco's still in the pits. He's going to get lapped by most of the field. He can do without.
Is he retired or is he just getting damaged?
No, he's there. He looked like he's going to come out before the pack, so he won't go a lap down, but only just by the looks of it. So Richie's still in first. Peaceful Explosion, then a couple of seconds back to Little Leach, and then a little bit back to Gary and Matt. They're in a strong position. They got D Biggs in between them and JM Grill, and Dan has done Jamie Brazier. Don't know how he's done that or where he's done it, but he has. And Jamie dropped a little bit back, so I don't know if there was an incident between those two. So we're on board with Gary, still in front of Matt at the moment. Lap 3, pit window opens again at the end of lap 4 to 11. As the cameraman can't even focus now, so he has been drinking. It's in the woods, I think. That's where he's been doing it.
This could be Undertaker's bogey track, possibly tonight.
Yeah. And even the greatest of the great can't win them all, so you know.
He's right down in 11th.
Yeah, he's got Plava doing a sterling job of trying to hold him back a little bit, but for how long we'll see. Dan's got JM Grill, so Dan's moving forward. Jamie could do with clearing JM Grill as quickly as possible if he wants to stay in this one. Overtake.
4 seconds away from Gary. He's 2 seconds off his brother.
Yep, absolutely. So
he's now about to lap. Is he now about to lap somebody? Is he? Or is that Craig right in front of him?
That's Craig. No, that's.
That's Peaceful. We're on the wrong. I'm on the wrong leech.
On the wrong leech.
Yeah, Matt just took Gary. I'm on the wrong leech. I wonder if he's let Matt through for points, but then Gary's ahead more in the championship, isn't he?
I think they're probably more likely that Gary and Matt's got more pace, and Gary probably let him go to chase after. So that's probably where they are.
Hold up Biggs and N-dubs.
Yeah, maybe. Dan's having a look down on D Biggs. Again, these two teammates, long-term teammates. D Biggs runs wide. He concedes the position there in the end. So Dan's now on to Gary, so that's going to be interesting. Gary and Dan have gone wheel to wheel many times before for championships, and
Matt's already gained a second nearly on Gary. I wonder if Gary's just going to hold Dan up a little bit, or try to hold him up a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. And as I said, maybe Gary and Matt have said, right, off you go, Matt. You go off and crack on and try and have a go at Little Leach, and I'll stay back here and cover Dan off. As Plava's still holding Overtaker back. These
way down at the top. We've lost McDisco face.
Oh, that's a real shame. That is.
That's the third one.
Seriously, what are we doing here? Says Disco in the chat.
Disco and Fury left this second race.
Yeah, and they're commenting in the chat. Let's leave them commenting, shall we? And so where are we? The Underfrog is still out in front. He's got Peaceful Explosion half a second behind him as we move into lap 5. Pit stops, here we go.
Gary and Big Boy Brazier in the pits, so Big Boy's going to try and jump Gary. Overtaker's in, and Plava's in. 4 people in the pits.
Yes, indeed. Let's see if they have quick pit stops. If they've got any damage to repair. or what? So a lot of pit stops happening early doors.
Sorry.
But Little Leach still in a good position there in third, isn't he? He's not far off the leaders.
He had a good start to race 1, didn't he? And then all of a sudden, he fell back.
Yeah, he did.
His tyre might have worn a bit.
Could have done. The second half of his race was not quite so clever.
No, he had a good start race 1, and then, like I say, died off at the end of the race, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
He must have been third or fourth in race 1, and then he faded away.
Yeah, so let's hope he has a better run of this.
Unfortunately, he has got Matt and Dan behind him as well.
He has, yeah. Oh, and Peaceful's deep, very deep. Oh. He manages to keep it on track. He doesn't turn it round, but he went really deep. Craig not close enough probably to oh, he is, Craig. Craig. Oh.
That's a shame for team points.
Oh, mate, isn't it? Commentator's curse is real. We were saying how well he was doing.
Gary's out in 8th.
Gary's out in 8th. He's done his pit stop, hasn't he?
Yeah, them 4 got out before the back 3, unfortunately. Sutty, Holty's having a different race to the first race.
Yep, both of those, Sutty and Holty and Smokey, have all stopped, haven't they? Yeah, they all stopped.
Emplava's struggling, still holding up Overtaker. Little Leach is in the pits.
Little Leach is in the pits. Thought he takes a pit stop now. As you say, Emplava still holding up Overtaker, so he's doing a cracking job of holding him back. So have we pitted? We've pitted everybody up to the top 6, have we not? JM Grill, D Biggs, Dan, Matt, Peaceful, and
Holty, Sutty, and Smokey haven't pitted, I don't think.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, they pitted last lap.
No?
Yeah. I've got my my assistant is writing them down for me. Yes, Haley is writing them down, and so Little Leach is now coming out of the pits. Could it be going backwards on this one now? Yeah. I'm afraid his brother's in front of him. As we move into, we're on lap 6 already. This one's flying.
He's now pitting. So I said that he hadn't pitted. He's now pitting.
He's pitted before, apparently. Yeah, that's his second pit stop. Yeah, his second pit stop. So, don't know what's going on with Sutty. No, don't know. He could be having a shocker, or anything could have gone wrong. I don't know. Sometimes Project Cars throws up some weird stuff like the wrong tyres. And, oh, look, we're back in the grass. We've done that for ages. Here we go, look. And Smithy's found the chase cam, or he's found the bonnet cam. Emplava's bonnet's looking a little bit on the rough side. Is Overtake? Oh yes, Overtake just put the moves on him.
9th, Peaceful's in the pits from 2nd.
Right, Peaceful in the pits. See how his pit stop goes. See if some of the other guys can jump him or not.
If Matt can close the 4 seconds down on Richie, and he could throw Richie in the pit and jump him. This could be interesting.
Absolutely. Matt with a lot of work to do. We know Richie is a quick guy. If you look at his ratings, he rates, I think he's the highest rated driver here, above Overtaker. I think he rates as an S1800 and something, you know? Yeah, so he rates really highly. So I think he's just finding his feet, you know, is our Richie.
We're coming out before Gary. Yes, he has.
Yes, he has. He's out before Gary. Who else? Only just. So, Peaceful hasn't been jumped by anybody in the pit stop, so that's good news for him. Oh, excuse me. God, it's getting late. Right, so where are we on lap 7? Still to pit. Richie, Matt, Dan, T Biggs, and JM Grill. None of those have pitted so far. Richie's has led this race so far from the lights. He's got Matt 4 seconds behind. Dan is just a second or so behind Matt as they come in to start their 8th lap. Who's going to pit? Anybody? Nobody? Matt continues. Dan's in by the looks of it.
Yep, Dan's in.
Dan's into the pits. So, so is JM Grill. Yep, and D Biggs. So just the top 2 left to pit. These guys all in, taking their pit stops now.
Yeah, Matt's cut it down to 3 seconds. Big Boy Brazier's got past the M-Flava.
Yes, correct, he has. So, Jamie's on a bit of a charge. Not overly keen on blue wheels, are you?
I quite like the look of that Audi.
I don't mind the look of the Audi, I just can't be dealing with the blue wheels.
Oh,
honestly.
Really?
Yeah, coloured wheels, apart from white and silver, it's parked up outside McDonald's, isn't it? You know? Do you know what I mean? You know, it's just a little bit two-boy racer for me. Coloured wheels.
That's Jamie for you. He's a bit younger than us too.
Maybe he is, mate. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but yeah, I'd be taking those. I'll paint it white. White would look nice on it. White wheels. Nothing wrong with white wheels. But hey ho.
There's a big gap between second and third, 30 seconds.
Absolutely. Yeah, these top two haven't pitted yet. Let's see when they pit, because I reckon Peaceful's out in front of Dan by about 4 seconds. So Peaceful should jump Matt when he pits as well, if he can keep this kind of pace going.
I don't reckon. I reckon it's only a 20-something second pit stop.
Yeah,
I reckon Matt and Richie will come out where they are if they pit at the same time.
Richie's in. Richie's in.
Follow normally. Yep,
yeah.
Matt's
well, we'll see who's right. We'll see who's.
I reckon Matt will jump them.
We'll see who's right, because Matt had close the gap, but Dan was only about a second behind a second or a second and a half when he pitted from in front. It depends on the pit stop time as well. Do you know what I mean? You know, if you have a good pit stop.
Yeah, I don't know if Richie's got that little glitchy thing that works.
Yeah. Do you use it?
I don't know how to use it.
I'll teach you, because I've got it dialed.
I'd sack most of my pit crew off, but I need him for the amount of damage I get in those races. They're both moving in the pits. Matt's jumped him. I said Matt would jump him in the pit.
Yes, he did as well. Matt with the fastest stop. Is Peaceful going to end up out in front? Where's Matt? No. Matt's going to come out in front, but Peaceful's going to get in front of Richie, you know.
I'll tell you what, Matt, this could be a Matt win, this could.
It could be. Could be Matt's first win of the season.
Great pit stop.
Absolutely, it was a clinker. So Matt's gone from third to first. The net loser there was Richie. Richie really, lost out on there, and Peaceful was well.
Down behind him. Oh, bush.
Nice bush. Peaceful, really, just kind of just a different Merc to follow. So Dan can see all of them in front. Oh, as Richie has a bit of a moment as he goes into there. Tyres might not.
Dan's off.
Oh, what's that about? Oh,
that's Gary through.
Nearly collects D Biggs as well.
What lap was that? Lap 9. Let's have a look at that region.
Yeah, lap 9 that was. Oh, so a rare mistake from Dan there.
Richie's got his third place still. He's holding on in there. He's got Gary chasing him. There's good points for Matt and Gary tonight.
Yes, overall that will be good. Where are they in the? They're 19 points behind Love Island Bombshells, who are now leading the constructors after Overtaker's not such a good race, and Disco didn't have a great one either. So now at the moment, the constructors, before the end of this race, Love Island Bombshells, which is Little Leech and Dan, are now leading the championship with Jaeger Motorsport just behind them. So we could have a change of constructors again the way things are going, because Matt and Gary, first and fourth, it's good constructors points.
Well, no disrespect to Disco, but it does help if you've got both team members getting points. It does. It is useful, absolutely. And Overtaker having a look down the inside of Dan, but Dan trying to have a look at D Biggs and trying to rectify his mistakes. Overtaker goes up the inside of Dan. Dan will hanging out all the way around. I think he'll have to concede that position. He will. He drops to the inside. Overtaker's going to have. I thought he was going to have a crack at D Biggs there. D Biggs just holding his own while these two scrap behind him.
and this is a good little scrap going on here. So Overtaker now got in front of Dan. Dan will be biding his time, trying to think of a way round, and hoping exactly that'll happen.
Try not to lose them to the trees.
No. You could go on chase with Dan. That would... there we go. As we see Dan try to go to the outside as he cuts back into the chicane, and Overtaker right up in front of us. If we go bonnet cam, Smithy, we can get a proper good look at the back of that.
Like you, I'm testing my skills tonight.
Sorry, man. Just making you even better than you are. Right. So here we go. Right. Dan, oh, look. D Biggs cuts the chicane. He doesn't give the position back. He should do.
Big cut.
Big cut. Overtaker's on the grass. Dan's taking his opportunity. He's rounding. He's through. That's it. You've got the hang of it. Now we're on board with Overtaker. He's now got to do all that work over again and catch back up to the back of Dan. It's a great. I love this view.
Let's see if D Biggs makes it any easier for Dan to get past.
It's not looking like it. D Biggs, when he's on his day, is a good driver, and I say when he's on his day, he's not giving Dan any space here. They're not teammates anymore. He doesn't have to, you know. So
take it, and he's the last one.
He's been in before, according to our notes. So maybe he's maybe he's had some trouble. Maybe he's knocked into a wall or whatever. So Dan needs to get past D Biggs now before Overtaker gets there and is back in the mix again.
There's a nice little gap between Richie and Gary of 5 seconds. If Richie can keep it up, Peaceful. That'd be nice to see Peaceful finish on a podium with Richie. Yeah, I
don't know if I've interviewed Mike on the podium, so I'm just trying to think if I ever have. So I'm sure I have in the past, to be fair, but we always put so much bad luck on Peaceful that we stopped using his name for a while, me and Matt, when we used to commentate on him, because every time we spoke his name he would spin round, so we called him for a while. And Dan's round again. Dan's round again. He's going to be kicking himself for that. I think that was similar spot to where he did it in lap 5 on race 1.
He's not normally that slippery in the Audi. He's normally got that quite fine-tuned to the track. Coming little loops 7th and 8th, and it's good team points, but they'd like to be a bit higher up, I would have thought.
Oh, Dan's still pointing in the wrong direction. Oh, he must have got it wrong when when you spin. The next couple of corners, your tyres are very sensitive. Looks like Dan's going to be annoyed with himself about that. Very annoyed with himself because he wants strong points for the championship.
Yeah, he's a good 8 seconds behind 6th place now.
Yeah, it's going to be a struggle. Lap 11, he's got 7 laps to try and do something with, but I think that's a tall order even for Super Dan. Yeah, not a great. Yeah, not a great run. Smoky Devil's in the gravel.
Not sure he's moving, to be fair.
No, has he had a disconnection?
No,
wheel stopped or something?
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. Trying not to quit.
Yeah, could it be a wheel problem?
Peaceful's down to half a second. Peaceful's catching on that.
He is. Peaceful having a hell of a run in this second race, and as you say,
who's behind Richie? That ain't Gary, is it?
That's Jamie down in 13th. So so
catching D Biggs. Smoky Devil's just disconnected.
Yeah, I would say he's probably had some sort of wheel issue or something like that to be stuck in the gravel like that.
We've got this little battle and we've got Peaceful on the back of that, but this is a bit closer than them two.
D Biggs and Overtaker goes down the inside. Has he got the legs? The Lambo's quicker in a straight line, is it not? From the I don't know, actually.
Is that in front? Is that Gary? They're catching on Gary.
They are, yeah. I think Overtaker's got that job done, you know, unless he goes deep into turn 1. That's it, Overtaker will pull away now.
Yeah, this is good points to overtake us still with Dan's finishing behind him because Dan was second.
Yep.
In the championship. Yep. Little Leach 7th.
Yep. You're quite right. Dan could have done without being behind Overtaker. He could have done with being in front of him, but you know, hey, we have races like this, don't we? That's how it goes sometimes.
Nice, a different top 3, different top 4, different top 5 each week.
Yes, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Maybe one day I could be in that top 5.
Oh, mate, you'll be there next time. Next time it rains, you'll be right there.
We can pray.
Yeah, I don't like being out of the top 5.
No,
not something I did in this category, to be fair.
Sutty's not had the best of nights, to be fair, tonight.
No, Sutty not on his game tonight, and Sutty's one of those. He's a natural talent. He's a natural good driver. He tends to, a bit like Gary, he tends to rock up at the last minute and kind of go, well, I haven't done any practice. What track are we at? Let's go. So and then tends to do well. So I'll just imagine if Sutty put the time in and practiced well. And Gary for that matter. Do you know what I mean? If they put more time into practice. But it's like we've all got busy lives. I'd love to spend my days dicking about on the PlayStation all day long, but I can't. I need to earn a living, and we all need to do that. So it's the way it is, isn't it?
Oh,
so
yes, unfortunately, yep. I don't know if I could, even if I wanted to be fair.
Yeah, there's only so much of it you can take in there. Yeah, me too. There's only so much of it you can take. If I had the time to do it, I don't think I would do it. I mean, I was, by the time we raced last night, I was sick to death.
That's enough. Yeah, that's enough for me on the night's racing.
Yeah, well, by the time we got to the race, I say I'd already had enough of Catalonia, But
like taken over practice.
Yeah, I did a bit. Sorry.
It's a great little battle with Peaceful here.
It is, isn't it? Peaceful. Now, this is for the lead as well. Peaceful coming alive in this race. And 4 laps to go. Richie still in reasonably close contact, but he's got Gary's still got a gap of nearly 5 seconds behind him, so he's not really bothering him on lap times. It's going to be another. If they finish like this, it'll be another 4th place for Gary, which will be a strong result. But yeah, I wonder if Peaceful is in the same party as Matt, because last season when I was with them,
Overtaker's done Gary. Overtaker's overtaken Gary. This is good points for Overtaker.
Absolutely, and yeah, you're quite right. He's up into 4th place, and he's now got. Oh, Peaceful's dropped it.
Oh, that's Peaceful sitting there, was it? Beside him?
That was Peaceful at the edge of the track. Overtaker. He's gone.
Overtaker third.
That's Overtaker back on the podium.
Peaceful's dropped right down. He's now going to get done by D Biggs, is he? I wonder what happened there. That's a shame. He was literally just on him.
Peaceful.
Damage on the front, that wiggly bumper.
Yeah,
maybe I reckon he might have bumped Matt up the chuff.
Yeah, I don't know if he lost it out the last corner and just put it in a wall, but what a shame. What a shame again for Mike. Peaceful explosion. But it puts Richie up into 2nd place.
Yeah.
And it puts Overtaker on the podium.
Nothing new there.
Not a lot. Gutted.
Where's Dan? Dan's back in 8th.
Yeah.
He's dropped right down into 6th.
Yeah, he's probably carrying a load of damage now.
Gutted.
Yeah, absolutely.
Undertaker's full 2 seconds on Gary.
Yeah, he's going to be chasing after Richie now, but what we like, 3 laps to
3 laps, yeah.
3 laps to go, so yeah, still plenty of racing.
Yeah, we know how quick this man can be.
Absolutely. Oh, and there's
You'd sit there third, wouldn't you? You'd take third. You'd sit in third.
Yeah. He had a bit of a moment there under braking into the hairpin, but kind of dragged it back. One of the advantages of pad running is you can change direction very, very quickly, and he managed to just tuck the front in and be able to get it stopped. Dan very much definitely on the wheel, doesn't drive any other way.
Catching Little Leach too quick, to be fair. I thought Dan would have been.
Yeah, he might be.
Definitely affecting him.
Yeah, he might be running with some damage now. Do you know what I mean? Might have damaged the car. Is Jamie having a look at? Who is Jamie having a look at?
Richie. He's stuck behind Richie still, isn't he? But you don't really want to. You don't really want to be pushing. Richie don't want to be making any mistakes in second.
No, he doesn't.
You don't want to be pushing Richie so he makes mistakes. Richie's either going to let him go past and take the second, or Big Boy's just going to sit off him.
Yeah, at the moment though, that puts a barrier between him and Overtaker. So Richie could do with Jamie there, but he could do without him attacking him, you know, and just being in the way for Overtaker. But yeah, I don't know what I'd rather have, to be honest. I don't know if I'd rather have somebody in between who's, I mean, you know, Jamie's not going to really attack him because he's
pressure though, isn't it? I find if somebody's behind me too close, I'm more concentrating on what they're doing than what I'm doing, and that's when you start going wide.
Yeah, well, that's where you just have to focus forward, and I know it's easier. Yeah, it's easier said than done, and I'm victim of it as well. Do you know what I mean? You know, someone gets right up behind you, I go into defensive mode. And if you want to see a cracking little battle, folks, go back to last night's Pro-Am race and watch a masterclass in defending from klf900. If I do say so myself. Okay, in the chat, no disrespect taken, Smithy, for whatever you said to about Disco.
About having two players, or two teammates finishing with points. Yeah, that was not aimed or anything at anyone.
No, he didn't take it the wrong way. Don't worry. Don't worry. Smokey Devil said his wheel disconnected. Yeah, thought it might be.
You sure it weren't Sky? There's a lot of problems with Sky at the moment, I've heard.
Not for me, mate. Don't say that now, for God's sake. No, absolutely no problem. Yeah, I'm on Sky, no problem here. So, we're into lap 17. It's getting to the sharp end of this race. Matt's got a comfortable 4-second lead now over Richie, who's still got Overtaker coming at him. Is Jamie still in between the two of them?
He still is, yeah. He's still sitting there behind Richie.
Yes, he is.
Closing the gap, though. He's only down to 2 seconds. He was 4 seconds.
Now, as I said, endurance rules apply here, right? So, when Overtaker gets to the back of Big Boy Brazier, Jamie doesn't have to get off the racing line and out the way, but he can't fight him either. If he seems to be fighting him for position, he'll get a penalty. But he can hold his line, the racing line. So, we've got a lap and a half left, haven't we? Matt is... Oh, Richie's gone deep. Oh. He has. Let Jamie go.
Yeah. Oh. Richie from last week's a bit of an aggressor, I think.
Yeah, remember, as I said, he's got a very high rating, so he knows what he's doing. He knows how to play the game. He rates higher than Overtaker, or he certainly did, because these things are a moving scale all the time. So this is a scrap here for a second place. It's a change of podium positions.
I reckon they'll get him on the straight first corner.
I remember Richie's in the Merc mine. Merc's the most powerful thing on the grid. So let's see as they come down turn one. Overtaker has a sniff of a look. Richie's not defending it. He's not defending it. I would have moved across. Oh, and Jamie goes deep. Don't worry about Jamie.
Oh no, Richie. Big Boy had lag there, didn't he? He was going straight, but his car went left.
Yeah, maybe. Jamie's known for having a bit of lag. So Overtaker makes his way up into second place. Richie is Richie's now third, but he gets a little bit mugged there into turn one. I would have covered that off myself, but there you go. Easy to say from the commentary box, isn't it?
Jamie's still there. Look, he had big lag.
Yeah, he had lag. That's what it was. Jamie, get the bedroom door open. That's usually the problem. The bedroom door shuts. Jamie's thing starts.
Dan's past his teammate.
And now he's all over Peaceful Explosion for 6th place. This is.
That's good. If Little Leech and Dan can both get past, that would be good team points.
Absolutely. Well,
Dan's done job.
Yep, second half. Oh, Mike gives him a little love tap. Say I'm here. Little Leech nearly collects the back of the Ferrari as well as they come up the hill. So Dan on a recovery drive now.
We're about to. Matt's now coming up for his last lap.
He is. Yeah.
That's a great race.
Yeah, Matt will be happy with that.
Great pit strategy from Matt to jump Richie in the pits.
Yeah, it was, that's for sure. And your third race winner for the season, and another one taken away from Overtaker. That'll be Matahimovic, who's going to take the race win. Overtaker is still messing around with D-Biggs. He's not with Big Boy Brazier, but he's going to take second place. Good drive from the back of the grid, to be fair. Richie from pole ends up on the podium still. Gary's going to be your man in fourth when he gets there. And fourth place, D-Biggs in fifth. Dan's in sixth. Peaceful Explosion, had such a good start to the race, ends up in seventh. Little Leach in eighth. JM Grill will be ninth. Emplava is 10th. Holty 11th. Sutty in 12th. Big Boy Brazier in 13th. And Fury and Disco disconnected. Smokey's wheel was a problem.
Fury disconnected.
Yeah, Fury and Disco disconnected, and Smokey's wheel.
Where's Holty gone? Holty ain't going to finish 11th? Oh, yes, he's come back.
He's come back, that's it, he's got there. So, and that's your runners and riders. We will get the top three into the comms box. They know how to get here, I think.
Fastest lap. Who's your driver of the day? You got that?
Yeah, that's a good one. Let's put it out to the chat for a minute. Have a think about it yourself, Smithy.
Overtaker with a 1:44.2.
He was the fastest lap. Yep.
Both races.
And Justin finishing off in the chat. Welshie saying, "Don't get me started on Bloody Sky." So obviously not a Sky fan there, like me and Smithy. And Mike Matthews, which is Peaceful Explosion, was gaining on Matt but pushed too hard, lost it, hit the pit entrance, devastated. Yeah, absolutely, mate. I feel your pain because you're having such a good run there. Such a shame. So yeah. Absolutely. Well done, Matt. Great drive. So Matt is in the party with us. We'll wait for the others to get here. Who else we got? Richie and Overtaker. Overtaker's been in the party before. And I don't know about Richie. Does Richie normally come to the podium? Has he been on the podium before? I don't think he has he? Smithy? No?
No, I don't.
I'm just adding Richie now.
You're just tagging him in, so maybe we'll get him in. I don't know what his English is like. Incidentally, Smithy, that is a non-English top three there, being that although Matt walks and talks like a northerner, he's actually from Wales. And Overtaker is Slovenian, isn't he? Slovenia, yeah, I think so. Richie being French, so multicultural sim play, you know. We're not all Cornish boys here, that's for sure. So, we're just hoping to get the other two in the chat before we finish off. Driver of the day, nobody's put any driver of the days in at the moment. So, should we get the ball rolling, Smithy? What do you think? What are your thoughts?
What, driver of the day?
Driver of the day.
Between the two Jaeger Motorsport drivers, one finished fourth both races, and one was on the podium. Probably give it to Matt for his pit strategy in the second race. So I'm probably going to have to go Matt for driver of the day.
Yeah, and do you know what? I think I'm going to have to agree. I'm going to give mine to Matt as well, because Gary with two strong fourth places.
Yeah, they're both tonight, both good points.
Yeah, absolutely. So Gary with the consistency, Matt on the podium twice, and a third in a race win. So yeah, I'm going to give my driver of the day to Matt. Welshie's giving it to Matt as well, and so is PN giving it to Matt. So far it's a clean sweep for Matahimovic for driver of the day, which is very nice, very nice. That's all right. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's our pleasure. Okay, are we going to? Are we going to get these two guys in?
Not too sure.
Not too sure. We don't know. I don't think we've had Richie on the podium before.
No.
I don't know what his English is like, to be fair. So I don't know if he'll decline the invitation. I'll tell you what. Let's go to Matt, shall we? Matt, race win. Took to round 6 to get there, but you're only the third winner of this season. How do you feel about that?
Chuffed to bits with that one. That was a hard race, but you take the bad with the good, don't you? We had the bad in race 1, and it stuck to race 6 to get a win on the board. But yeah, thoroughly chuffed a bit with that one.
Absolutely. So, tell me a bit about it. How was it for you?
Quite an absolutely manic first lap yet again in the Pro. I'm not sure what is going off in the Pro, but the first lap was just absolutely chaos. I saw Overtaker in the wall behind me with one of the Teletubby cars. And then we come through turn 4 and there was just an absolute pile-up, in which I was fortunate to be on the outside. And then, just a cracking pit stop. The boys, fantastic work, straight in and out. We jumped Richie, we jumped Peaceful and got the job done.
Absolutely, yeah, it was a cracking pit stop and a good race strategy. Puts you back in the game. You're now 3rd overall, and so a strong pointsy evening this evening. Pointsy, yeah. I heard some other commentators using it. I think it might have been F1 used the term pointsy. No,
well, I got it from a guy who likes Ginster's pasties and was sponsored by them on the grid. In fact, nearly got in a fight with one of our commentators, if I remember right. So yeah, pointsy is the word.
No, hang on a minute. It didn't go down like that at all, right? It didn't go down like that. You're referring to the current touring car champion. Ingram.
Indeed, yes.
Tom Ingram and Tom Ingram's not like that. He's such a nice guy. It was you that were stirring up the whole Ginster thing and trying to make a controversy.
Do you remember when we used to commentate together and we used to say that Sooty had that massive wooden spoon? I borrowed it for the evening.
You certainly did, yeah. And I mean, it all happened at a meeting at Donington Park, and it didn't go down like that. Anybody who wants to know the proper story, ask me. Don't listen to Matt, right? Anyway, we digress. Matt, we move on to Spooky Laguna next week. What are your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I don't mind Laguna Seca. I've always had good memories, good races at Laguna Seca anytime we've been there. So I look forward to Laguna. Chill out this weekend. Got a good weekend of resting in before we hit the track again and test hard for Laguna. Just looking at the tables now, me and Gary lead by 16 points in the constructors. So again,
you do. That's my job. Do you mind?
Sorry, apologies. Yeah. Just hopefully me and Gary now can just sort of get. We seem to be getting into a groove now. We had a bad Oscherslauben and we're slowly now coming back into it. Better week last week, great week this week, and yeah, we look like we started to find our feet. Dan and me tonight have upset Overtaker in the a little bit in the points championship for the drivers. So
sure
more to come.
Too worried.
No, I don't think 1 week's going to bother him. But we've
stopped the rot.
We've stopped the rot of 6 race wins for him. So we go again.
Absolutely. So yes, indeed. Honestly, Smithy, what's it like? Once a commentator, always a commentator. Once you get them in there, they just can't shut up, can they? Right. So Matt, I don't think we've got any of the other guys joining us. So congratulations for tonight. A great race win. You also got driver of the day easily by a clean sweep from all those who voted. So congratulations to that as well.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Smithy, we move on to Spooky Laguna next week. The reason I call it Spooky Laguna is because weird stuff always happens at Laguna. Weird stuff like no one can get out the pits without crashing into the wall opposite, and just weird things happen there. So I'm looking forward to that for next week. You can join Matt and Dan and for next Wednesday for Pro-Am. See how I get on, see how Smithy gets on. He'll be doing his normal rain dance. Just quickly, the championship points now for Pro. Overtaker is in the lead with 138. Dan's now on 99 and Matt is now moved up to 3rd on 87. The full points will be out on one of the social media platforms, and all the race results, all the championships results, should I say, will be out on one of the Simplay platforms, that being Facebook, Discord, Instagram, all those. Check them all out and like all of them. In the constructors, as Matt pointed out, Jaeger Motorsport are now 16 points ahead of Love Island Bombshells, which is Dan and Little Leach, and they are in front of Disco-y Facey Racing Jobby, right? They were in 3rd in the constructors. As I said, all those things will come up and will be on all the social media platforms. Smithy, any last words from you?
No, great night to see somebody different on a race win.
Absolutely. We move to Laguna next week. I'm looking forward to it. Are you looking forward to it?
I'm looking forward to it, actually. I'm hoping for a better race week than this week that's gone. But
absolutely. Absolutely. Spooky Laguna next week, Wednesday night, 8 p.m. On YouTube. For Matt and Dan will be taking you through. Thursday night, the Dream Supreme team of me and Smithy on the comms. You know it's the best night of the week. So join in with us next week. From me,
sticky and sour.
From me, from Matt, from Smithy, from all the Simplay team, have yourselves a great weekend. Thank you and good night.
And a very Merry Christmas.
Oh, shut up, you tart.
I had to get the Christmas one in because you said last week you aren't dropping the C-bomb.
No, we aren't, and I said it tonight as well.
Just realised I've done that outro there, and we might not be brilliant. Fucking come on!
It's all about the banter, Matt. It's all good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Why have you dropped to an E rating on your safety?
Because you know that week I was having internet issues.
Yeah.
I jumped on Floyd's and for some reason it's glitched out on my rating and my licence, so I'm an amateur licence on an E1643. But yeah, all my stats and everything are still there.
Yeah, strange. Bizarre.
Oh, man.
Were you in a party with Peaceful?
Yeah, he's fucking gutted, man. Do you know what? He was genuine. I wasn't even backing off the pace to keep him there.
Yeah.
Like that was genuine his pace and my pace that second race. I think I got my tyre pressures wrong for race 2.
There's times. Catalogue of spins. Yeah.
His own errors.
Yeah, his own errors. Yeah, his own errors.
Same corner twice.
He was chasing up through the pack quite well, actually. He was coming up through. He avoided all that carnage in the first half lap or whatever it was. He avoided all that. He was coming up through and just tripped on his own tail a few times. You know, the last chicane caught him out again.
Right.
So he it was a shame because, as I say, he was coming up through, and I thought it was going to be a podium like you, him, and Overtaker or Richie or something like that. But
I don't know if Gary's sending something in because Overtaker was like a second half behind him, and out of nowhere, Gary just said, "Where the fuck's he found that time?" And it's difficult to take track limits around here, so I don't know, but yeah.
Well, he did it. There was the last 4 laps, weren't there? He was 4 seconds behind. Who was he behind? And he got down to 2. He got down to 2 seconds after doing like just over a lap and a half.
Richie, he caught Richie really quick.
Yeah, he gained rapid, that bloke, somehow.
Yeah,
well, I mean Richie as well because he ended up Gary nearly got him.
Yeah,
didn't he?
Yeah, they came together. Overtaker and Richie came together in turn 1.
With Big Boy, there was 3 of them. That was Big Boy as well.
Yeah, Big Boy was in there lapped.
Yeah,
and they came together in turn 1. Jamie kind of Jamie lagged, but I don't know if Jamie kind of moved out of the way anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
You'd have to look it back. I don't know what.
I don't think Richie has his arrow things on because Undertaker come down the left hand or down the inside as they come up to the corner, so he must have knew he was there.
Yeah. Don't know.
Last race, Richie, I don't think had his arrows on, did he, to see where people were or whatever it's called?
So yeah, he should have.
The Overtaker messaged me saying he's got COVID. That's why he didn't do the interview.
Oh, what? Was he afraid he wasn't going to spread it in the com box?
Have you seen Disco on the Discord?
No, I ain't got Discord.
I'm fucking done, seriously. Is it Little Each's mission in life to fuck me off? Biggs is a twat too. What she said, dude, head down and race instead of coming on socials and text that stuff. You tell me how it's possible when every fucking week I get slammed by an idiot, dude. Then why do you never submit anything? Head down for what? Tell the other boys to get their fucking head down and learn to goddamn race. Some twats every fucking week and delete this rant. I don't give a fuck because nothing ever gets done when you did submit, dude. Same old racing incident bullshit.
Is that Disco?
He did it last year, kept quitting.
Is that Disco?
That's Disco, yeah. And even if he stays, that's 3 retirements, so that's minus 25 points.
Yeah, but you can't. You got to be harsh.
No, yeah, that's down to you boys now.
It's not down to me, mate. Fuck all do with me. Yeah.